Tiny Claude. Hello, people. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the stream. Bit of a last minute decision to go live today, but I figured, fudge it. Last day of group stage. May as well have a look-see at whether or not our boys are gonna be able to make it through in this case. Cause we are definitely in a bit of a concerning state, to say the least. But hello everyone. Apologies for the kind of last-minuteness of me deciding to go live today. I wasn't too certain about whether or not I would stream, but I figured, you know what? Let's just go live, watch SRG, and see what happens there. So I'll tell you guys now, we streamed for a pretty long time yesterday. So I am going to be streaming for a very short time today. My plan today is literally just to watch this one match. I know there is another match afterwards. That's like the FALCONS battle. But my plan is only to watch this one match today. Yesterday you mean? Yes. Wait. Yes. No, it was yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday. Yeah, we were like live for... Yeah, it was yesterday. I'm getting gaslit. Yeah, we were live for like what, 7 hours yesterday? So yeah, I'm only planning to watch the one match here today. But I also know that there is some new ZZZ content that came out. I actually still haven't watched the Remiel Sunbringer thing from a little while back. So maybe afterwards, depending on how things go, maybe we can go check that out while I'm live anyway. But yes, hello everyone. Hello to Sakura, hello to Lilo and Kai. And also Harsha on YouTube. Have you eaten? Yes, I have. I have had dinner. And I definitely need the dinner. Yeah, because watching what is about to happen here is going to be a little bit concerning. So let's just go ahead and bring it up on screen. Here we go.
Yeah, 30 years too late, but
we got
it's never too late for new
SRG versus Onyx in the lower brackets.
But guys, I mean, expand a little bit.
Who would have seen this coming, right, guys? I think what's even more shocking is what happened yesterday. Remember how yesterday I decided to like stop end stream on match 3 because one, I was tired, and 2, I figured, Liquid versus Entity 7 should be a no issue at all. How wrong I was. How wrong I was. Damn, that was yesterday, right? I am remembering that correctly.
Like that.
Yeah, in game I lost.
Punching Liquid,
Be an entire part of the world just
Team Liquid Philippines. It was yesterday, right? Okay. Man, it feels like a strangely long amount of time has passed, and at the same time, not a lot of time at all. But yeah, Team Liquid Philippines eliminated in the group stage.
Something in my head. These two have a very important choice, and I said it that way.
I don't think that was on anyone's bingo sheet.
Kiboy is undefeated with the Cho.
I don't think any of us were prepared for that shit.
One of them against Aurora yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday. Yesterday. And we know Yoom's great Cho player.
Because I remember you saying you thought the live letter was on Friday, but it's on Saturday. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, the GOATs, the defending champions, eliminated in the group stage. They did not win a single game in MSC. They got clean swept to elimination.
I think the current score is 2-2.
And what's even more shocking is that they got eliminated by Entity 7.
Makes it even tougher again for the choices in the gold lane. I mean,
which is definitely not a team a lot of us would have expected to perform particularly well. And yet somehow it did happen.
It looks like
actually, wait, didn't Entity 7 already get eliminated as well, like earlier today? I can't remember. I was watching, but I somehow don't remember. Hold on.
We need to make sure that
how's my
every single one of our
gaslighting? Your
players are
gaslighting
good.
is good, but also
Alleviate that
because
pressure
I'm
like I
very,
mentioned before.
I'm very like, you
Doesn't
know,
have
I'm
to be
very
so in his
believing.
head about the
I'm
shot
very
calls.
trusting.
The issue
You
here
know,
for many
to a
people
naive
who are
degree.
elated,
I take
surprised,
people's
excited
word.
to see Uni on the team of SRG is what happens if
Paul
they
was
lose
never good on
game
Assassins.
one?
I mean,
Does
we
that put
knew
Sakaza in
that,
an
but
awkward
to
situation
see it
where
happen
kind
in
of
such a way,
momentum,
yeah.
trust
Entity
has
7 got
already been
eliminated as
lost
well
there,
by Pro
maybe on
Esports.
himself, maybe from his
So,
teammates not making that first cut.
yeah,
Does
pretty
Uni
shocking
just go
to see.
2-0 and then they risk losing. These
But
are the
now we
things
got
we'll be
SRG
following
Onyx.
along with, but a
One
major,
of these
major choice there.
teams
SRG
is
do
not
stick with
making
their
it
sub
forward.
as we go into Expanding River. And we're going to bring up another little thing about
I think
Uni
one
in
funny
a
thing
moment
about
as
this
well,
match
because
as
he's
well
the
is that
top guys.
basically
He is really the
whoever
one that we've
wins
been
decides which
highlighting
of the
before
major
for
regions.
SRG.
Because like now, only one
Could
of
be
the
the difference.
three
We've seen it
major
be the
regions
difference.
gets to have two teams in the
And I
playoffs,
think
right?
at least
Because
with Uni,
PH,
you know, everybody has been raving about him.
PH right now only have the chance to maybe have one team in the playoffs, and they still have to win. ID has one team in the playoffs, MY has one team in the playoffs, and their second teams are both here.
Yes, I mean,
And it's so
drafting
funny
choices
to
here
say
for
second
Onyx.
teams because
Obviously,
SRG
right
is supposed to
away.
be our
I mean,
first
we've seen
team.
some very important Salinas getting picked up in the first phase.
Hello,
red
Judah.
side
Welcome to the stream.
As a response to
SRG
even
should have
all
played
of these
Uni from the
really
start.
mobile
Well, looks like
assassins,
they're
but we've seen it
looks
because
like they're
of
doing
all
it
the
anyway.
vision that it provides,
No
the
skies on
momentum
the starting
that it
lineup,
provides as
dude.
well for teams that are really
What
wanting
does
to go
this
fast.
mean?
And
What does
Onyx
this
said,
indicate?
"We don't want our tempo
Is
to be
this like
stopped.
bad
We love to
news
play
for
fast.
Skies
We love that
himself, you know?
up-tempo play style, and you're not gonna be able to stop that from stop us from doing that."
They like to
I know we've been
talking
talking about the narrative of Skies being a weakling for a very, very long time,
I
but
totally agree with you. If you
after
look back at the two
MPLMY,
series,
I was
all
not
of the
expecting
series
him
today,
to,
a lot
you
of
know,
it is
be
lack
replaced
of
on the main
information to
lineup
make that
anytime
correct
soon.
decision. So
And yet
here,
somehow,
I'm thinking about
it's
supports. I'm
happened.
already thinking about people
It
who
does
pick up
seem
the
like
because that's a
we
very big
are in a
problem here
meta
at
right
MSC.
now that's
Trying to
really
put up the map, all of a
punishing
sudden
a
it's
lot of the
out
more
door.
established rosters.
All of these assassins just
Especially
making it, so much
PH style
deadlier for roams and
gameplay.
mids to
I
go
think that
around.
this
You
is just a
have
really,
that
really bad
someone
meta
who
for
can
PH
face
style
check
gameplay, and
real
I can't
quick.
believe I'm
And even
seeing
if
a
you face
meta
check,
where like
even
the
if your mid laner
PH
is
teams
going
can't
behind,
adapt.
you're just wondering, wait, oh,
The
my
thing
mid
is,
laner's gone.
SRG has
I
always
went
played
ahead forward.
kind of a
It's such
similar
big
style to
forward mid,
PH
which is
too.
why, again, we
So
go back
they're
to
probably
Kiboy
being
and
hit by it at
Sans
the same
with
time.
Stormy and Yumes, how they're gonna handle.
By the way, Dodo, today the teams will
positioning
choose who
themselves
they
in the
face.
river will
Oh, is that
often
happening
have
at the
some
end of
really
the day?
old favorites,
Damn.
such as the Guardians
I
of the
was like
Surprise,
thinking
you
of
know,
just watching
when
one
Stormy
match,
plays
because
and
honestly,
SRG
I don't
plays, they
want
like
to
to
be
put it a
live
little bit
until
more
too
in the
late. Because
backside of the
tomorrow is Monday
formation,
again,
a
you
little bit
know,
more
and I don't
behind
really
to
wanna.
support the gold
I don't
laner.
really want to
But
spend
how
the
can you do
end
that
of my
against a team that want
weekend
to dive you literally with a guy
just
like that?
watching
I think that
MLBB.
we
I'll
talked
be
about
honest,
this.
if you.
Actually, we talked about this in our second segment yesterday. About
I'd
the
like
big
to be doing
trades, about how
something
you
else,
should be able to
but
dive with the right
yeah,
heroes.
I mean, I think most likely I will just watch the one match, and then
but they also introduced the fact that we're also going to influence the assassins.
and then
Kirara
I
is
don't know.
gone, and I think that
I
SRG
did
took
say
a
that I
really
might
big
watch the
lesson yesterday
ZZZ stuff
after
as well
realizing
because
that
I
they can't
haven't
just
watched
do the
that
Link
yet. I've been
Kirara
waiting
trade
until
without
I
any
was
punishment.
live to do so.
You got to get something and maybe something on the other side. Somebody said the other day, sacrifice an arm to keep the body. And so maybe sacrificing some of the priority in the assassin
You know what?
matchup
Spend the end of the
in order to
weekend
get
with
something
us.
else where you have the lead and can play around. Two teams, two different styles, one more aggressive, one more disciplined.
I don't know.
Maybe macro driven in SRG. Onyx want to play freely.
I feel like I'm going
They got
through
the
some
first pick
shit
available. I
lately.
mean, the Ling is available. You
Mindset
also
wise,
do
I'm
have
trying to
Meteor,
figure
which
out some
certain
shit.
teams are prioritized.
I think that as of right now, I don't know about you, the Beleric openings and Eudora openings have been kind of weak. I do think Ling's not a bad idea, but that just immediately tells SRG, hey, we got to start.
He's
looking
not
for
even
a strong
denying it.
EXP
Well,
and
I'm
control
sorry.
that side of the map.
I'm not a
maybe
good
the Beleric
streamer.
Fedora most likely, then the EXP, maybe Red 3, they pick up either the
I'm
Uranus
just
or the
a
Varus,
guy.
whichever is open. But Onyx still decide to open up with the Beleric. They're willing to give up the Ling unless they're trying to signal to SRG.
Beleric
go ahead,
first
pick up the
pick.
Ling.
Okay,
We're
wait.
ready
So
for
what
it.
did they ban?
You
They
will
actually
make you
banned
think.
Selena.
Again,
Wow.
we've seen that Beleric
We haven't
swap
seen
over to
Stormy
HP
play
very
Selena the
rarely.
entire time, but
Otherwise,
Onyx is
we've
already
already seen
preparing
the
for
role
it.
they
They
feel
ban
for
Fanny, they
Onyx.
ban Atlas.
I wouldn't be that
SRG
surprising
ban
too,
Freya,
because we still have
Hirara,
some assassins on
Marcel.
the board. Yeah, the Fanny's gone. If ever the Ling goes to
Apology
SRG,
not
you
accepted.
still have the
It's
Nolan
okay.
that Kyrie plays with very well.
I think this is a three-step
It's
process, right? You just get the
understandable.
Beleric first, then pose the question to the opposite side. Do you want to show your mid laner? If you pick Valentina, then we can start choosing other mid laners that can attack your backline as well.
Right.
It's like maybe even Farsa, but this is under the assumption that Ling is still
Belleric to prevent
we
Uni
currently
Ling.
have
I guess
three
that does make
simultaneous equations
sense.
going on, so algebra nerds go at it.
Zushin, a great pick, usually on the ban list in the Keto, which is a great pick
I'm
as
not
well, because
going
it doesn't
Ling
show
yet.
as many of
Now
your
that we've
options. You
watched a
mentioned the
few more
hesitancy
days of
and the struggle
gameplay, it
maybe
does feel like
between
Ling
the
isn't
gold
actually
laners
that
here
high
going to fight or
priority.
back.
It was very, very strong in the
Keto
beginning,
could
but
be
then more and
flexed
more
to a gold
teams
lane. It's
started
not a
showing
guarantee that
heroes
he's not,
that
even though
could
it's
be
most
used
likely
to counter
application
it.
Mars. So what is this setup for now? The answer
So it is
with
not unusual
I think
anymore
you can
for
go
me to see
Darius
Ling
and
not
EXP
being
for
banned.
all
I
day.
understand it. It does make more sense to ban Hirara, because honestly that hero is quite ridiculous.
Uranus bat. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Uranus bat.
SRG needs to ban Keyboy's Cho.
Even though Esme is the normal counter that you see.
Maybe. I don't know, there's a lot of things that they have to worry about.
Like constant disrupt, you still end up getting the link for
I haven't
all
watched
day.
Uni's
I wonder if SRG are
playstyle.
thinking
I
about
skipped
going
MPL.
back to-
Fair enough.
I
Uni is an
don't know,
assassin
it's
player.
too slow.
I think the only scary thing
Uni
whether
is
or not
definitely the
they're
more
going to,
micro-based
see previous games, they saw
jungler.
recall point
That's what
between
I was
Compared
just
to
gonna
Skies.
say. The Keto jungle, it's possible.
It is possible, but it's not one of my favorites here because again,
SRG
it
stuck with
falls
Skies
off.
in
That's
the end
big
because it seemed
problem
like his
with,
chemistry
big
with the
problem
team was
against Ling.
overall
Ling
better
will
throughout
naturally
MPL, but
outscale
now that the
level 15.
meta has
Keto
completely
is great
shifted
early mid
away
stages of the game,
from
but if you
SRG's
find that
previous
snowball lead,
macro
then it
style,
becomes impossible to get past the Bellerican as well as
it
the
does
Uranus, which,
honestly
again, I
make
think
sense
they
to
are
bring
taking into
Uni in
consideration.
instead.
Question is also the underperformance of Ling. We saw some very
Moskov
high
can be
scale,
picked?
high skill
That is a
ceiling
possibility.
performances in our previous match. But with
And it
Uni,
wouldn't be
there's
too
already a
bad
confidence
even against
conversation.
Belleric.
He feels like he has
But
it.
oh.
You can't not understand you're here.
SRG
in this moment,
takes
and
the
do you
show.
want to play Ling? And also, do you want to play Paquito? Because if you're saying he's not going to trust playing Paquito right away, coming in as he's going to want something a little more safer, then you kind of expect, okay, maybe that is
Like,
the EXP lane, and we can understand their draft. a little more.
Typically, when SRG picks Paquito
from
first
SRG
phase like
ever
this,
the,
they're intentionally letting
let's
it flex.
say,
The bans.
They don't have to worry about the Esmeralda.
So like
anymore.
gold lane
Because
Paquito could be
Harris is
something
still
they're
gonna go
looking
for
at.
them.
But
Harris
in
is
order
very
to
well
play
inclined
gold
to
lane
the lane.
Paquito, you
Once
ideally
get
need
your
a
power
scaling
spike,
jungler.
even though you're in a full
Which
team fight,
in this
despite
case
people
would have
going
been
up
Ling,
against
best
Belleric, as long
bet.
as you get away
But
from
Ling
the
has
bot
already
and
been
the red
taken
from the jungle
away.
is gone,
So I
Summer
wonder
Force
what the
gets dropped
plan
and
is
that
now
even
for
sets any
SRG.
Ling
Technically,
from the fight. You
they
can be
could
tempo
put
with the choke
Paquito
to
in the
help
jungle
scale
as
it
well if they
faster.
wanted to.
You
I
have
think
the
Uni
Paquito
can
with
play
you put
Paquito.
the EXP or the surprise jungle. I could
Simply
see the
put,
vision
Uni
in it.
is
It can
better
work
than
out.
Skies. They have different
Why are they
strengths.
forcing mid here? I mean,
That's what I'm
They
trying to
definitely
figure
have
out. I see
different
the Eudora
strengths.
ban and it's like, but wait a minute.
But if we're talking
if
purely
trying-
from a
I
micro
guess it could be
aspect,
a
you
red
know,
herring. It could be
assassin
saying, like,
gameplay
hey,
aspect,
Paquito might not go into
I do
the
think
EXP,
Uni
might
is
go into
probably a
the
little
jungle, but
stronger.
Just in case, we need to show as if we are
Elden
going to
Lord
lock
says
in
Yi
another
Sun
assassin
Shin, but
in
Yi
red
Sun
buff.
Shin has
I
been
mean,
kind
that
of
would've been
hard
a
to
bit
make
as well,
work
because with the Belleric,
lately,
you
you
don't
know?
need the Valentina as
He's
much.
not
So maybe
0%
just saying,
win
hey, we're
rate
gonna limit your
anymore, but
options,
his
and
win
you're gonna
rate
pick
is still
something that
very
kind of
low.
Would have done a better job for us in this lineup. You're a
So,
little
like,
weaker
that's
as a
one
result of
thing.
that.
This might actually be a jungle Paquito because if you look at the Cho and the Juicing together, they're not a combo. But if you put the Paquito in the jungle, then you get the combo of the pick off and then burst it down right away. As much as you use Cho as a means to just get that little crowd control, a lot of its value really comes from the fact that you could -1 someone right away.
But that's on the assumption
Sakura
that
likes
you minus someone
Keyboy
with
and
a full
Kelra's
damage
hair
buff.
color.
And most of the time, and right now, I think they have lack of
You would
damage. They
think-
have no form of
I
scaling.
think
They have a
Kelra's
great
looks
form of
solid,
heal
but you would
power.
think
They
that
have
Keyboy's, I don't
If
know,
he's
like what
building
color is
axe
Keyboy's
nonsense
hair,
like that and
honestly?
not second
Like what
into
color
the
would you
floor,
call
I
that?
don't know. I don't see it happening.
Turquoise?
I mean,
I guess it's kind of turquoise.
There, and you see the
It's definitely
this team
between
fight, you see
blue
the
and
in out
green.
the pickoff
You would
potential from
normally
Lane.
think that doesn't really work as a hair
Very
color,
strong,
but
very
it's
traditional
not
in some ways,
terrible
but
actually.
very hard to
Cyan?
beat.
I don't know, it's got a
good,
bit
this
of,
is
it's
good.
got a
You're
hint
playing
of
Vans
green in
on
it.
the side.
Aquamarine, maybe
This should be
Aquamarine is
Melissa
kind of
Van Van
close.
side of Onyx, right?
Melissa's not been played at all today. Banned, I think, once.
Sky's
maybe in
Yi
our
Sun
first
Shin
set,
was
but
bad. I think almost everyone's
surprisingly
Yi
not
Sun
seen
Shin was kind
very
of
often.
bad.
I mean, what do you think
I
that
think
is?
even
'Cause it's
until
not
now, Yi
Melissa
Sun
and
Shin
Nika,
has
just
only
not
done like
Mauritius
what,
now.
one or
I
two
think
games.
because they have
It's a
potential
tough
answers
hero
it.
to
They
pull
maybe
off
try and,
currently.
get the resources out of it in a different, seemingly a different way. Because keep in mind, if you do end up picking Melissa, I think Sans is going to go for like Yi Farsa.
I know that you should have watched the
Yeah,
Pro versus
exactly.
E7 match. It was
With
peak.
the
I'm
Valentina
tired,
ban
man.
out, you can return to the E-Farsa. And if ever whatever.
I was
SRG are
contemplating
thinking about
whether
going
to
back
go
the
live
tanks.
at
If they
all
show it
today.
now, tanks in the jungle, excuse me. If they show that now, then it's
Again,
easy
let's say I was
or
going through
far
some
to pick up
shit.
For Onyx, it's really up to you which one you think will mesh better with the lineup. If it's the Melissa, Iksha, anything like that.
I think the green is
then
because
lack
of the
dive
roots.
maybe, so
Is
it's gonna
it?
hurt Onyx. We
Maybe.
did hear last time that the Melissa pickup from Yangon Galacticos was a mispick, and they didn't mean to pick up the Melissa, but it worked out well for them. But we go back to possibility that we go
Okay,
very
so
early in the draft, and
we
it is
are
still gonna
going
be the
for
Harif.
Harif
For
gold.
SRG,
I still think
yeah,
there's a
makes sense.
possibility
With
of this
Paquito getting picked up
Paquito
with
being flexed
with them showing the
into
Paquito
jungle.
Jushin in the mid,
I
it
really
is
do
like
think there's
Harif
still a
would be
possibility
well
of Paquito
supported.
jungle just based on how I know
Is there a
Coach
possibility if
Ark
you
likes
weren't
to
here,
draft.
Farsa shows? I think that as of right now, they don't mind artillery.
You shouldn't be
just
walking
because
through
they've already
shit in
got
the
a couple of
sewers, that's
answers right here.
unhygienic. Yeah,
If
I was
it's
walking
Farsa,
through
they've
shit
got-
like
they've got
in
the
my
Paquito to
house,
kind
you
of
know?
disrupt that. They've also got the Cho to
What the
disrupt
fudge?
Aurora, a very interesting
Aurora?
option, very good for disengages as well, on top of re-engaging with some strong
Huh?
AoE from the Belric. That is a natural wombo combo.
Yeah,
Pro
and
played
that
by
really
SS
that
so
Harris
well?
struggled
I see.
Really badly in
Yo.
team fights. Well, I mean, it just
I
means
would
that
not
Innocent will
think
have
that
to
this
really
would be
watch
a
his
mage
timing
that
even
anyone would
more.
pick. I feel like
I like
Aurora
this
is a
man.
bit too
One of my
slow
most played
in
heroes
general.
in my limited experience.
Like
It is very
into
good, but I lean
Cho, I don't
towards
really see that
having a little
working.
fun
I guess
share
it works
on
against
Onyx.
Harif though.
The question is, do you
It's
like
not
the
bad
quad
against
skills?
Harif
Is that
since you
enough
can
quad
like use
versus
her
Harif
ult to
there that
cover
you
the
can
entire
present really
Zaman
well
force.
today?
Hey, it's a classic.
They decide to
It's a
embrace
classic
Aurora
matchup.
in them by taking the
Seems like
hero
we've gone back
Aurora,
a little
yeah.
bit in terms of, or we've limited a little bit the craziness of the meta.
Lila
that we've
really
seen so
wants
far.
someone to play
Go
Kagura.
for the Hilda. Huh?
Interesting.
Hilda.
Okay, so their entire lineup maybe
the
is
XP.
going to be
So
focusing
Hilda
on
EXP, yeah. So
utilizing
I was
this
right,
Hilda to
it
be
is
able to
Paquito
double up on
jungle.
certain things, but it does mean that we have confirmation.
But I was
that
not
Uni is
expecting
actually going
Hilda
into
EXP.
jungle, with this Paquito.
Is that really the right
Now,
play?
The early game is a lot harder because as much as
I would have
Paquito
thought that
is
like
strong
we'd
in that
see an
early game, with
Esme
the added
instead.
addition of armor shred from Hilda,
I thought
they
we
could
might
set up
see
some
like
potential game
Esme
angles.
from
Yeah,
Cram,
real
because
quick,
like yes,
besides
that'd
the
be a
goal
pretty
mid,
good
I'm just
hero
looking
pick
how
here.
the Uranus and the Hilda will be
But
handling
they go
the lane
Hilda.
and making their presence felt. Whoever has more presence will win it for the team.
Stop with the Hilda, I hate
Paquito
seeing her,
jungle,
Lilo
what a
says.
spicy way to kick things off. The
I'm
one time
starting
we've
to
seen it is
dislike
actually
seeing her
one
too. I
here
feel like the
at
hero is too
MSC. Of course,
conditional.
when you look at this
But
battle
I
and that
guess it
trophy in the
depends
middle,
on how
both of
SRG
these
wants to
teams
play.
have lifted it. It's
If they're
about
playing
champions.
Paquito jungle with Uni, there's a chance that SRG is attempting to shift to fast-paced early game meta, in which case having Hilda is better than Esme.
Ready to call the action.
If you really want to like clear wave, leave lane,
Guys, we're jumping into
I
the
can see it working.
My name's Trex and this is Mirko. We're gonna be doing the
But I guess we'll see.
We got two titans.
It's
ahead
Yume's
of us,
Hilda? No
Mirko.
sir,
It's
it's
Onyx
Cram
up
Hilda.
against SRG
Yume's is on
in
Cho.
the tournament life match.
Coach Ark really
Someone's
loves
going
Hilda,
home,
huh? He sure
someone's
does.
moving on to the knockout stage. Typical emblems, mostly all around. A little bit of tenacity though onto Stormy, just in case the defense for the possible aggression that could come from Kyrie and the rest of the team. But the big surprise pick here, and also surprise sub that we got to see yesterday, Uni, and he's already starting
For
things
a
off
pure
with the
dive
Paquito
comp, Aurora is
jungle.
good. That is fair
What
as
am I
like a
looking
counter
for here? I'm looking for
engager.
quick aggression, right? You have the Cho.
So yeah,
you
I
have
guess
something
they're
that wants to
going.
move quickly around
I
the
feel
map.
like even if you went Esme, you could have cut wave though.
On this Paquito,
I don't know, I personally think that Esme would have been a better choice, but I guess we'll see what SRG is trying to do with this.
Maybe onto Kelra,
Early
maybe
game is
onto
gonna be
Lupi,
important.
Maybe an invade onto Kyrie.
We can already see that SRG is positioning this. Whoa, wait, Cram is all the way down here?
Trying to play around Cram already with the Master Assassin.
Damn.
On the hill that goes from XP down below to try to deny Kyrie a farm. They will be able to
Okay,
get a
so
camp
they are
away
stealing
from
camps,
Kai.
that's good.
Bundling with Uni.
Every time SRG chose Hilda against ID team, they
Still
lost.
be able to get level 4 though. Going up to the Lizard.
Have
to
they
the Purple
chosen
Ball.
Hilda EXP against an
Lewinsky as
ID
well
team
on
though?
Uni here, right?
I think that's the question we have to ask.
So we're looking for big fights. We're looking for a lot of damage.
And it's just like, dude, I know we've been asking for this matchup, SRG Onyx, but to see it in the lower bracket as an elimination match instead of like a knockout stage match is just kind of sad. Just a tad bit sad.
Just a tad bit. Also a tad bit exciting.
Of course.
You know, we have to say this is also, it's unprecedented, but a lot of damage on Lupi on the
Ooh.
top side.
Doesn't even pop the consecration. He didn't expect that. from
Paquito
Master
damage
Assassin
is
Cram.
solid.
Big pick up at the start of the game for Glacier now on Cram, but there's no follow-up.
Okay, Aurora ult
Cram
is
able to
gone.
walk up,
Should
and now it's
be
gonna be
a
Onyx
100%
away
free
from the
turtle.
neutral objective. Kai.
Yume's gonna try and be annoying here as well. I don't think we need to try to steal this. We should be fine. Okay, that's good.
We'll just be able to pick it up. And it's a slow game now as SRG take the lead.
All right, good
exactly
start. Good
what we
start.
wanted to see from SRG to make this composition work. Onyx has to be able to work around that.
If you're playing
It's gonna be a
Paquito
little bit
jungle,
more time
Hilda EXP,
for them to
this
get to that
is
point
your
to
plan. You're gonna
especially picking up the
invade,
role
you're gonna
for
be
Aurora.
annoying.
It's gonna do well
You're
against
gonna
some of
make
these
sure the
frontline
opponent
fighters
can't
who
use
have
their
the crowd
jungle.
control. But
So
it's
SRG
not
is
a
doing that
fast
correctly.
moving mid lane. It's not an insane playmaker. That's something you would normally see Sans on.
SRG
It's a
doesn't look
slower
as shaky
hero.
as they
You get a
were
lot of
against
value and
GK.
utility out of it, but it's
Yeah,
not
they've
gonna make those
definitely
quick
made some
rotations that
adjustments.
SRG 's gonna
After
be
like
doing.
what SRG went through
Those quick
before, they've
rotations
definitely
for
made
SRG
some
up top as
adjustments.
well, really threatening Ludpi
Considering that they're literally
Kickoff is
starting
already
with
massive for
Uni
them
as
to get neutral
well.
objective,
There has
man.
clearly been a
The whole
shift
team
in game
staying up
plan.
top after taking a
I'm just
turtle.
hoping we can see
Trying to
them
abuse
actually
the fact that
execute
Ludpi
it
used the purifier
properly.
was also quite big. Made him a bit low. Also pops in a consecration for some reason up top there. Don't know if anyone really threatened him or it was just a mistap. But Ludpi will also be able to match this XP lead of Cram with an XP Crab take and a shove straight up.
Cram is playing this Hilda so aggressively, rotating around essentially the secondary tank. Playing it almost like a roamer would, the way he's playing on the opposite side of the river. Whoa!
Oh, kick on the Ling! Beautifully done! Belleric ult is way too late. Looks like we'll be able to get a double there. Oh, actually, hold on. More? Okay, alright SRG, I see the gland, I see the play. Triple kill for Uni. Surely he doesn't get more than that. Yeah, that's it. But triple for Paquito in 4 minutes is awesome.
It's 4-0 right now. Add a purple buff on top of that. And the thing about it is, it's 4-0 in kills, and every single one of those kills has gone to this Paquito. Let's take a look at the replay. It all started with a big wave.
Oh yeah, Uni has every single kill. That is basically perfect. That's exactly what you want.
The damage. This is what I was talking about. You hit that level 4, you hit that level
Onyx
1.
looks so
Early game spikes.
disconnected.
We're only 4 minutes in, and that's the thing about the Paquito.
Because like this is not a particularly good early game comp from Onyx.
Damage in the early game.
They're not gonna be able to deal with this very well.
To hit like that.
They're weighted gloves, man. They're weighted gloves.
Someone's got to check in, bro. Away the dragon. Technically, they got an MMA advantage right now. Cho and Paquito.
As I was typing triple kill, yeah, I literally just saw Sakura go like, oh, the gold diff is not that big, and then triple kill. Now it is an early game triple kill, so the gold lead is still not that big.
You got the two best fighters.
But it is funny to see that it happened. Cram is honestly managing way perfectly. He's leaving lane and causing impact without losing any minions. So this Hilda pick actually is doing what it needs to do.
Once they start taking some towers, Cram can get involved. Onyx has to find a way to slow the pace, and Keyboy and Sans hanging out in these bushes, that's kind of what they're looking for, but Sans gets found out.
Ooh, nice Crimson Beacon. I really don't know why they picked Aurora. The hero is, like, it just does not feel good at all, Aurora.
Almost fully stacked up, Keyboy. Waited in the bush for a bit too long, now gets thrown back.
Oh, they go for the kick. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Holy shit.
This combo is just deadly.
The Paquito DPS, and now Cram is disrupting Ling. He's gonna force the Ling ult.
Entry from Kai, the 4 blades as well, but SRG got away just in time. Innocent as well, a level ahead of Kelra. Onyx are already forced to play the scaling game.
I want to go back to where Sans got picked off just now. And if
Alright, this is good.
Keyboy and Sans would have been in a slightly
This is
different
good
position on
performance
their
from
side of the border
SRG.
where
They have
Keyboy
definitely
was in the mid-bush,
shifted the
Sans
style a
was out.
little bit.
Everything would have been better.
They've definitely realized that, like, okay, we do need to play more for early game in this meta.
Even though they're not in a
I think they're not quite as aggressive as some other teams still, but it's definitely better than what we saw from them before. Oh, they knew! He knew Keyboy was in there! And Uni even dodges the Belleric ult, damn.
Leaves him
Oh,
for the rest of the team, just in case Onyx
don't be like this,
Trying to
internet.
capitalize on the Wrath of the Dryad. And this is where the question starts to come up. Oh, Kyrie missed the Defiant Blade on the wall. A bit of panic there. Cram got close. But the question again, Trex, and to everybody here, usually the Aurora is picked up with a combo, a Kaja, a Cho, someone with single target lockdown.
I remember Hilda running wild in Onyx jungle back in M4, Todak versus Onyx. Oh, there's the conceal. They're looking for someone. They're looking for Sans. They get the kick on Sans. Does he have passive? I think he does. Ult comes out. Only Cram gets frozen. Uni comes through from the flank. Takes him out, and Innocent goes ham with the Summon Force. Double kill for the Haru. Absolute domination in the mid lane.
This is uncalled for at this point. The subbed in
Does Uni know Kyrie's in there? Looks like he doesn't.
5-0 and 4. This is his second game in MSC. And he is
Oh, Uni could be in trouble. He doesn't know Kyrie's in the bush.
Right?
Holy shit! What?
Where did Kyrie's health bar go? He almost got one shot.
That was
Uni.
2 hits!
Blue team's turret has been
Never mind. He's fine. 5-0 for Paquito. My bad.
Like that. Are we all
surprised he doesn't have
Aisha's still rooting for his goat Onyx.
Dude,
I don't know, this game is gonna be quite hard for
he's
them.
doing so good. Kyrie gets the orange with the red tree still.
I do think that teams need to stop picking the Link Claude. I think the Link Claude is just not really working.
now converting.
Honestly, I think
this
Claude
huge
as a
lead of
hero
multiple
is just
towers,
not
mid-tier
as
3
effective
gone,
as he
topside
used
all
to be.
gone. And the way that SRG is moving amongst the map, they are just slowly compressing Onyx into their base. They've taken buffs. It is a tough game for Onyx. How do they even find a way out? And you said it. All they really have is Keyboy for the big engager. And for him to really get a surprise engage off, it has to be a flicker. Even Loopy, this far behind, with the amount of damage that SRG has, he can harass the way you want to on a Uranus. And in the past, Uranus could still do it. At
Now,
maybe
Link
0-2.
Claude does still
Could
have
do
very
it at a
strong late
6
game.
goal deficit.
So
But
SRG
see
does
how
still
much
need to
trouble
be a bit
Uranus has been
careful. If
having
Uni
in
ever
the
dies, then
currently,
his effectiveness
when you fall
drops
behind
off
like
very
this. So it's
quickly.
gonna be a while, if ever, that Onyx can really come online.
Did they get the
Re-engage these
purple?
fights. They're gonna have to let SRG come to them.
I
and
think
look
they
for the
did.
counterattack.
Hard to say though, because both of the junglers do have purple.
It's going to be free neutral objective unless Onyx get a pick up, but it's
Oh, Cram going in. Sans has the flicker. Use with the flicker kick. Sets it up. Sans dead before he can cast a single spell. Yume's gonna be sacrificed. Blazing Duet doing honestly a lot of damage. Hold on, that is a lot of damage. But then Innocent is still here. Uni is still here.
Picked up now. It's SRG. Are still able to get a 2
It's a 2 for 2 though, so it's actually not bad for Onyx.
Kelra.
That Blazing Duet was very crucial.
He's 2-0-1 right now. He's been having the gold lane experience.
It did a lot more damage than I thought it would.
Shine, and we just saw the damage come out. Innocent though does lock in Holy Crystal. It's going to be more damage from him as well. Let's take a quick look at the replay. I want to keep our eyes on Kelra because he knows he has to move down. Keyboy comes in a little bit late to pop that Wrath of Dryad, and right when
Claude doing damage? I know, right? I literally just said it feels like he doesn't do enough damage these days, but that actually was a good amount.
And then able to just get away. Uni doesn't go down, no, they're not able to get the big shutdown on him, but still, they're able to kind of slow down SRG.
Uni and Innocent need to not die.
Though there, it really looked very dicey, but he was able to get those stacks back up, get the damage reduction out, so that it doesn't die to Kelra.
Those are obviously the most crucial members of SRG right
He's
now.
had one member in his eyes. It's just Sans, dude. Every time, walks up, sees Sans.
Does Yumes
especially
know
when he
Keyboy
flickers,
is in there?
boom, Yumes is on him.
They've been chilling for a while.
Ionic, they do have some ability to defend here, right? Retry down.
Oh, Innocent got it.
Kyrie is able to get it. That's going to be helpful in this next big push.
Did Kyrie get it or did Innocent get it? Or does Innocent have our buff?
Tier 2s, if you get anything more, it's definitely a bonus. But with a 7
Maybe Kyrie did get it
they could
actually.
try to force things open.
Oh my god.
Innocent might have our buff.
Uranus taking that much damage. Holy shield. Procs in the end, and the charge still comes through. SRG now looking to get 2.
One death from Uni and my team coming back. Yeah, that's why I say Uni cannot die.
Again, the synchro fission doing work.
It's a scary bottleneck to come into against Onyx right now, even with the gold advantage.
Oh, no wonder. Look, Holy Crystal picked up already on a Harith. 11 minutes in, and he's on the way to the Divine Glaive.
It's definitely trouble for Onyx, but SRG respects the composition, right? You walk into that tower, you get hit by a big Frigid Glacier, you get hit by any of those big AoE skills. The possibility is there for a quick table flip. A quick
Go Aurora
turnaround
Turkey.
by Onyx, so SRG
Aurora
has to
Turkey
play
is
this
not in
smart.
this game.
They can't brute force Onyx.
But they are doing
being
very
spoken
honestly,
now.
right?
60 seconds for
I
more
do
to
think
this present.
Aurora Turkey is currently one of the top contenders for
No
champion.
real reason for them to push
Like
the
just
tempo
based on the way
anymore,
they've
no real reason
played,
for them to take
I
any
think they
risks.
are one of the top picks
They
right
have the
now.
lead, they can play it safe. Heck, Cram can take a beating as well, and he can get away from it. It's all good. Divine Glaive for Sans, though, and it's only his second item.
4.8 gold.
That's painful. Kelra able to spot.
Ouch,
that
Innocent
push.
hurts as well.
4.8
That's the
gold.
Uranus, dude.
This is gonna be
one hit is doing like a quarter HP, and they get engaged. Just concealed. They're going for Kelra. Blazing Duet is good. Rapid Dryad is good, but they find the Claude. Humes gets traded away. Tempest Ablaze is used.
But Kelra,
1 for 2, definitely worth it. We got Kelra too. I feel like SRG may have committed a bit too hard to kill the Claude. You know, they took a lot of damage because they went for the Claude and ignored everyone else, but it does end up being good. Are we counting out BTR? That's why I said one of the top contenders, Harza.
So they know who they needed to lock on to, and
I think that the top contenders right now are actually Bigatron, aka Vitality, and Aurora 30K.
We saw the gold lead earlier. We saw how much damage he can output as well. So if you
honestly, Vamos might actually kind of be up there as well. But I put them around the same level as Yangon.
Almost stops the big advance. But Kelra still gets caught off.
And this is the
right now, purely off of performance, Bigatron, aka Vitality, and Aurora Turkey seem like the best.
But that's where you find, you know, the benefits of having this crazy aggressive style on your mid.
And then right behind them, I would put like Vamos, Yangon.
This is such a
so this looks like pretty solid positioning from SRG. They go for the kick. Let P able to dash away. Innocent gets frozen and somehow not punished.
Lord going to be dealt with as well. And SRG are happy with just the base turret on the far lane.
Me too. I'm a top contender. I believe in you, Lilo.
I think
bring home the trophy for the Dodo channel, for Dodo Esports.
Getting faster and faster as this moves forward. Kyrie also.
Lilo stands Rosa and Sakura likes Kid Bomba. Yeah. Dude, everyone likes Kid Bomba. There's a reason why he's popular.
I think at this point,
he's got
SRG,
personality.
They should be still very, very comfortable. Yes, Sonic have that scaling, but as long as SRG play around these side lanes, utilizing that advantage, there's not much Onyx can do, right? Because
we do need the money, we really do.
Still blitz around the Lord. Now,
how else are we supposed to fund our gacha? By the way, you guys remember that that official Vivian plushie that I shared in the chat a while back? You know, the one that got announced like a week ago.
So basically, Onyx just needs to survive this next one, right? Survive this next push. We get into Evolved Lord territory. Taking a look at items.
I have pre-ordered it.
I mean, they have 2 inhibitors left.
But because it is a pre-order, it's going to take a very long time. Like, don't expect to see her for a very long time. It's going to take many, many months before she even releases, let alone gets delivered.
They might have tried to shove things in, but the respect.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about the Vivian scale figure though. I don't know how much that shit is going to cost. I already have one. I told myself like, oh, maybe I'll only get this one scale figure. But then like Vivian showed up in my life and took over.
All they really need at this point is Loopy to catch up, Keyboy to catch up.
Please do unboxing when you get Vivian. Well, it depends whether she gets delivered in a box. You know? Maybe she doesn't get delivered in a box.
Between the frontliners, man, because the damage dealers, as you mentioned as well, they're on the way to their full items, right? We're gonna get to a point where it won't really matter. That
Humes? Okay, he doesn't find the target he wants there.
This is a pure 50-50 now.
But yeah, based on like what the store listing said, I think she might only get delivered by like January or something. Because like apparently she'll only be released near the end of the year. Like production will only actually conclude around the end of the year.
He saved his retreat.
So we might not actually get her delivered until next year, but I will be eagerly awaiting the day.
Wouldn't have it to try to contest.
Oh, look at Cram. He's trying to pincer.
Onyx is keeping a close play. Look at Humes right now.
Cram as well.
Humes goes in, wants to kick Sans, doesn't get the correct direction, but it's still not too bad. Winter Cram comes out. We'll have to drag. Uh-oh! Innocent's dead. That's not good. Uni still alive, but low on HP.
Both gold laners out of the fight.
This is huge.
It's a gold lane trade, but it still ends up being good for Onyx because, well, Innocent is probably worth a bit more.
Hold things out a little bit. they do have a chance. The problem is that long lane.
You
SRG is
ordered the
okay with
Subaru
playing it slow.
figure set
SRG
with
is okay with
Emilia.
chilling out.
Ah,
The engage
maybe
comes
you
in.
should do an
Kelvin gets
unboxing.
a good chunk of damage, and Keyboy plus Kyrie on the bot side freeze Innocent, stop him, and Kyrie.
I do feel like that was a bit too forced.
And in that
It was kind of messy. Like, again, it's respectable that SRG is trying to go for Claude, but I feel like they're ignoring the rest a bit too much to make it happen.
Wrath of the Dryad baited out the Purified. Then we saw the Frigid Glacier, not the stun, but just the damage. Right as Kyrie jumped off the Finch poison.
Because, like, yeah, Belleric and Aurora all together used on Harif is a death sentence. Sans is doing damage now, you are right. Remember, Aurora's freeze duration scales with magic power, so the later the game goes, the more annoying it becomes to fight into it.
Another crazy layer to the
So SRG also can't let this go too long. And on top of that, you got the Ling and the Claude.
Very well right now, but they are having some trouble closing.
SRG is not gonna scale nearly as well if this goes on a little bit longer.
Always looking for an angle as well. Onyx has to watch out for.
Honestly, if you ask me, I think SRG needs to get this Lord and end with it to be the most comfortable. If they cannot get the Lord or they cannot end with this Lord, it becomes a lot more difficult. So they get the Lord, Sans nearly dies, Cram comes from behind. Oh, Innocent in trouble once again. Kyrie gets the killing spree, gets kicked, but they're not able to finish him in time. We don't have Innocent, we need Innocent's damage. And Cram probably won't survive this one. Actually, wait, hold on, there's a small chance, but it's not gonna be easy.
He doesn't have a Wrath of Dryad.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, he dodges it. Okay, Cram somehow does survive that.
So Onyx, I feel, get the win with a mid and
My
a gold
favorite
trade
royal
with
candidate,
SRG.
nice.
Can stop
Oh,
these
Cram
three
is trying to
guys
stop them from recalling.
The pincer
Oh, the
saved
pincer! We're going for Keyboy!
bad for Onyx.
Oh, here comes Kelra! Man, Kelra actually does do a lot of damage. Okay, you know what? Maybe Claude is still okay.
Tries to get him down. Wave up top, and the Lord is gonna come crashing.
Are we actually gonna chase Kyrie? Right? He doesn't have buff. Okay, he does have ult though.
Against three on this Uranus.
Oh, there's the kick. Can we kill Lutpi? We can! Holy shit, okay.
The Lord and the minions almost won SRG the game. Lutpi falls in the end.
I see SRG was trying to stop Onyx from going back because the Lord was pushing.
Onyx with a Hail Mary play there, and SRG responding so cleanly, but it's not.
But yeah,
enough.
looks like
SRG
Kelra
slapped the
actually
door.
is a bit of a problem.
Another wave to come
He
down.
hurts a lot more than you. Uh-oh. 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 Uni. Uni! Oh my god! Oh my god, Uni! Crazy! He'll still die. That's still not ideal. But he made sure that Kelra couldn't get it. So it's still not really the best if Kyrie gets it.
SRG versus Onyx. This really should have been a knockout stage game. But we find
This is not gonna be
ourselves
easy now.
right here, right now.
Damn, Uni though.
Every time you think it's going one team's way,
Pops the immortality,
something else
instantly
happens.
goes into the
Uli with
crown.
immortality,
Kills
then takes the
Kelra.
shower shot by picking up the winner crown, gets the kill, but Kyrie
Unfortunately, Kyrie
pulls
does
up
get
in
the
nick of
shutdown.
time.
That's a very
Not only
big
is the game
shutdown.
Back and forth, but every single fight at this point is just tit for tat, punch for punch.
And now there's only one. It's
The
just
Harif is
Cram's
having a lot of
take
trouble.
this
There's
on
too
the
much AoE that Innocent has to dance around.
There can only be one.
And SRG's team comp is not designed to protect him. SRG's team comp is designed to run at Onyx. So because of that, Innocent not only has to protect himself, he also has to make sure he's far ahead enough in the fight to actually do damage. But that means that he's always gonna get hit by shit.
3-0 and 13.
Gonna predict something. What are you predicting, Dragonar? My heart, Sakura says.
20-9. Onyx
We can only watch and see. It's only game 1, by the way. 21 minutes.
Game mode. The problem is Lord spawns on boss side long lane, looking hard for Onyx.
Oh, Keyboy! Keyboy! Oh, they got Innocent again. Our late game damage basically all comes from Innocent, and Onyx knows it. Giving us a little bit of our own medicine there. Insta targeting the gold lane.
Kyrie as well.
They got no red tree. They gotta play it slow.
Ooh, Cram cannot deal with Kelra, man.
Zoning in the back line as Cram tries to run away. BMI back again from Kelra as Lutpi tries to stop Uni from getting into this Lord pit.
In the backside, a big kick.
Oh, they reset the Lord. Yus may die for it though.
Onyx playing the
this game. Wave up top is good for
Oh, but the
SRG.
minions! Onyx has to go back to deal with the minions. But they still have everyone alive. There's the blazing duet. Stormy has to ult to get away from Kelra. Uni. I don't think Uni can do it. Oh, this is over. It's over. SRG couldn't end the game fast enough. It's over.
And we are losing our minds through this game. We're 22 and a half minutes in. It's Stormy and Innocent defending the base.
SRG had the right idea, but I don't think they figured out the execution yet.
16 seconds on Yums, 30 on Uni.
We do still unfortunately have the same issues. We're just not really built to be an early game team.
Innocent and Stormy. They've done this before.
They have done this before. But Kelra is shredding.
It's not impossible, but it's gonna be very difficult. Innocent has to play so careful.
15 seconds now on Uni.
On the line.
They're buying good time. They're buying really good time. They actually saved this mid turret.
SRG.
There's only one more chance.
We'll have all 5.
Honestly, I think the winner of the next big team fight wins it. Like, whichever team is able to win the next big team fight will win. And Onyx has the advantage now with their late game heroes. Uni just doesn't do enough damage anymore now that it's this late. Which means it's all Innocent.
They're able to make their way forward.
Defense.
Holy shit, dude. Since when was Blazing Duet hurting like this? Why have all of the other Claudes that we've watched not do damage like this? It's like it's not even the same hero. Well, GG.
And that's only game number 1. Wow.
SRG 1 game away from elimination.
Not a series because we're just getting started right now. Onyx takes them the distance.
Also, hello Kai Sales, welcome to the stream.
Pure insanity, and SRG played so well. Uni played so well. Multiple members.
Uni played the early game really well, but like they just couldn't end. That's the problem. They couldn't end.
I said it.
Yeah, you did.
Because Innocent kept dying. It was very smart of Onyx, you know. Once they knew they were behind, they're like, we gotta aim Innocent, you know. They can't win the fight if Innocent's not around.
Like they were playing passive when they shouldn't. They were
SRG couldn't win fights with Innocent alive, so they couldn't convert it into like base pushes.
Unnecessary with a 10,000 gold lead, having the macro advantage on the map as well. Here as well, right? I mean, the dive over under tier 2, it made for a hell of a highlight for Uni, but it wasn't the right call. If you look at the macro decision making, why dive a tier? Why dive a base turret?
Calls were made. Plays happened.
Late game insurance is still a scary thing. Basically, if SRG wants to win early game the same way that other teams are doing it, something is still missing.
As he collected more items, he didn't even have to be passive about it. He could just jump into 3 or 4 of them and completely shred down Stormy. How we doing, Virgo?
Dude, I'm looking at that play again, right?
Say hello.
I know.
Say hello to the people.
I know. I just want to look at that play because
he's got to go back and let us know about it.
Dude, Kelra, I was just like, I don't know what that damage. I think he was fully stacked up. I think that's exactly what it is. He's fully stacked up on both Corrosion, yeah, and his Art of Thievery. So that's why it looked like insta burst. It wasn't
literally just looked like he blew them up and did not shred them
Yeah,
down.
why was he doing so much damage?
He needed to look back.
Are you telling me that every other Claude player has been playing the hero wrong?
You know, we got to go back
Yeah,
to Uni, man.
it kind of sounds like that's the case.
Of this game, 69,000 damage.
Uni did so much damage, dude. The problem is, like, Innocent just couldn't keep up. The Harif pick unfortunately did not work.
For like the first 6 minutes of the game.
And maybe that was the plan from Onyx, right? Maybe the Aurora was designed to deal with the Harif specifically.
Stormy and Yums, a double up top, right?
You know me, but the thing is I'm not Dragonar early on, oh?
That he was able to.
Who are you early on then?
Duet. I mean, what a game.
Hey,
I
yeah.
love the smiles. They're ready at this
The
point.
Keyboy
you know.
plus Kelra
And we
combo
saw
at the
some
Lord
reactions
Pit.
as
Yeah.
well from SRG during the game. Uni felt comfortable. but you never
I
get too
think that
comfortable.
Hilda
SRG
was not the
got too
correct play as
comfortable
well.
in that game.
I think that
And
Esme
the
would have
pressure was
helped a
on
bit
Fronic,
more.
and they
Late game
thrive off
Esme
of
still
those
has the
types
same
of
issues,
games.
but at
It's-
least you have a
it's
bit
not
more
the
of a
first time
front
we've seen
line.
them make insane comebacks like that, where all it takes is one play. And it felt like when it was needed most, Kyrie and Kelra, and even Keyboy as well, were just working so well together in those fights. You mentioned it during one of the moments where the layering of skills with everybody, from Sans getting involved as well with the Frigid Glacier. I mean, all of it from back to back to back to back.
It was well played. It was fantastic. I mean, when you see
It's your
the
boy
guys who lost, they're
Ninja.
laughing,
Ninja. Do I remember a
smiling,
Ninja?
they know
they had
it was a
fun.
good game,
Apologies,
right? Like,
I'm
Uni,
not sure
after
if I remember a
fantastic
Ninja.
performance,
What was your
it's
full
like Uni was
IGN?
laughing. He's probably like, dang, it's been a while,
I'm just
bro.
happy to be here, yo.
I'm just happy to be here. I came in one game, got a game against GK, said it was easy.
If I'm
on stage,
supposed
and
to
then now
remember,
it's like,
apologies, my memory
he
is
proved
old
himself,
man brain,
He
you
had
know.
an amazing game.
From
He's made
Fortnite?
me a
Oh,
Uni
okay,
believer.
okay.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
as we take a break, take a breather, and prepare for the next match, we have something for all of you.
I was
Some more
dissing on Hilda because
confessions
SRG
of
cannot
what
use
I
the
hear
Hilda based on
from-
their gameplay
from your
style.
bestie.
Yeah, it just feels like it hasn't worked. A Ninja has oh, I do have some recollection of Ninja Hattori. Okay, okay. I do kind of remember you.
Whenever we let it out,
Been a little while,
it
sir.
becomes our superpower.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome back. How come you're not
Imagine
Ninja
an entire
Hattori
city
anymore?
being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by play.
Oh, LaFell Confessions? What's this? What segment is this?
Welcome to a new segment here for the Mid-Season Cup. My name is Chris, of course, and we are doing Confessions with LaFell.
What am I confessing to? Like, why is this called Confessions? Nice watch, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. What am I? Okay, fine. Why do you want me here?
I heard
Okay, what did you hear?
that you're Moonton's favorite talent. Do you agree with that?
Considering I've won basically all the trophies, you know, I've won multiple Best Talent Awards. That's the Greatest Talent Award, which is basically like international, you know, from everyone, and I won that one. Plus, considering all the jokes that I've did, and I'm still not fired, yeah, it's an accusation that's hard to say no to. I love them too. You know, they're my mama and papa.
So that's it. You kind of, you know.
Hey, you know, I would blame my other talents. Why are they not loved?
Damn.
Is it let's gaslight them instead. That's a good idea. We'll gaslight them instead. That's more than fair. I heard you're a big fan of Newton. So what was your favorite Newton's law?
The law of motion. And the reason why I like it is because there was a time that we had to prepare for tomorrow's show. But I got very bored. So I spent 3 hours learning physics about how Newton's law of motion really discusses about how sound is created, which TLDR is just a bunch of particles in the air that expand and contract, and
It's
a structure in
vibrations.
the air creates the sound.
I don't know whether to believe you based on what I just read else.
I
elsewhere.
honestly don't know whether to
Apparently,
believe
you
him
come up with
either.
Things that don't actually make sense. So you could be lying straight in my
I
face.
could be lying, but hey, considering I'm Asian, I'm probably correct.
Did you have a smooth travel here, particularly for wildcards?
Do I smooth travel?
Did you have a smooth travel here?
Well, that's a good question, Chris.
The French.
That's a very good question. So first of all, getting here was already trouble. One of my flights here, I had to fly in twice, by the way. One of my flights here, they give me a ticket 30 minutes before the flight, and my house is 1 hour away.
What the fudge?
So I had to break a lot of traffic laws just to be able to make it to the airport so that I can check in time and then we can actually go in. And then when I finally arrive right to the airport, out of hundreds of people from the plane, they pulled me to the side. When I say they, I mean the police. The police pulled me to the side, and then it's like, okay, I brought all of my documents, showed them, and it's like, okay, you can put them back. I'm like, okay. So what's gonna happen? And they're like, oh, we're just gonna search you. And I'm like, oh, do you do this all the time? And then he was like, oh no, this is takes out his phone, presses a few buttons, and after 1 minute and a half, it's like random. This is a random
I have
search.
no idea if
And
he's
then I had to go
being
through
serious.
all of that, and then he spilled shampoo on my shit. So I'm like,
I have no idea if he
it's been fun,
actually
it's been
went
fun.
through
The
this shit
police
or
made me
not.
feel like a VIP where there's a two guys in front and 2 guys behind.
Escorting you in, yeah.
It's courting me essentially. Yeah, I felt very much welcome. I have a very long name, by the way.
Give me it.
Muhammad Amirul Aiman bin Muhammad Kamal.
That is quite long.
Or you can call me Lafel.
Mine is Chris Tun, and that's it.
Nice. I met a girl named Zoe. And it's like, anything more? It's like,
Chillin'. That's it?
Z first name, O middle, and E at the end.
No way. That's
Yes,
actually
right.
kind of clean.
Yeah.
That'd be great for like talent.
She's cute.
Thank you very much, mate. That was insightful. To say
And this
the
is
least.
why
Thank
LaFell
you for having
continues
me.
to be
You're
in a class
you're
of
a
his
very good
own.
person. I have no idea who you talk to get all of the stories, but now I need to do my own confessions, finding out who gave you all of this.
It's all right. We're gonna get some people back. Don't you worry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my job for the rest of the week. It's all I do, actually. Thank you very much. That has been Confessions once again.
Haunted by their past.
LaFell is built different.
They're not just playing for themselves.
He
they're
looks
really playing for their
Muslim.
entire family.
You don't say.
They're Davids! They have crushed the curse!
Do they usually have like a break between game 1 and 2? I don't feel like they had a break between game 1 and 2 before this, but okay, sure. Well, SRG is in a tough spot.
We were there.
SRG not in a good place right now, I must say, everyone.
We were there for the years
Bit of an unfortunate state we find ourselves in. And somehow I'm not particularly surprised. I feel like I was already very shocked when I watched them lose to Pro Esports the first time and then struggle against GK. I feel like at this point, you know, perhaps I have given up just a little bit. You know, is that fair to say? You think that's fair to say?
Onyx didn't make that insane comeback in game number 1 to lead this 1-0, 1 game away from eliminating the 2024 champions and advancing into the knockouts. Welcome back to the studio panel. Renmar, Gideon here. Gideon, how are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling hot, man. How can your blood not be pumping after a game like that when all odds look like SRG was going to take
I
the
gave
game?
up before the game started. Well,
Onyx,
I was hoping to see a little something with Uni around. And I guess we did kind of see something with Uni around. But like I mentioned before, I feel like the issue wasn't 100% with Skies either. You know? I feel like, yes, Skies was not performing, but like I mentioned before, it was more than just Skies not performing. So even if Uni comes in and does better, it's hard to really say if that's enough.
Let's look at what map we're going to be.
Harsha asks, I heard from a YouTuber that Indian and Chinese food is famous than Malay food. Is it true?
Over and over again.
I think it depends who you ask. I mean, look at nasi lemak. That's arguably the most popular Malaysian food, and it's Malay.
Especially if SRG is going to end up back on that red side.
Mentally, it's stressing for Uni because losing is new for him. No, I don't think so. Losing is not new to Uni. He's lost every single season before joining SRG.
Just a random.
What are you talking about? Losing is new for Uni. Uni has never won MPL.
See the exact moment that it went wrong for Selangor Red Giants. Yes, it wasn't.
Roti
just
Canai is
the
Indian.
little decisions they made, leading to the fateful moment wherein it was Innocent holding the Lord and SRG.
If I'm not wrong. You know what? I need to clarify that. Unfortunately, I'm not the most culturally advanced person. Is Roti Canai Indian?
Good bets here to start it out. We've talked about so
yes, okay. It is Indian food. All right.
This metagame and
good thing I would have looked very stupid.
Well, used by SRG in game number 1.
Like in SRG, dude, being in SRG is new to him. I don't think losing in SRG is like something he's too perturbed about.
Most things are pretty similar. Seems like Yeb has decided, you know, the Marcel.
I'm back. Hi, back. Welcome.
Both of which not to worry about. They've been banned, and they just need to breathe. But from SRG's side,
Hey, it's okay. I can barely speak my own mother tongue.
I would
I
assume that if
see.
Hirara shows, they're going to take it.
Yeah,
So
there's a
what
lot
would
of
be then
that
the
these
same
days,
response
especially
from
those of
Onyx?
us
It's still
internet
like, hey,
people, you
we
know.
don't mind Hirara.
We
It's just like,
internet
or do they want to
citizens
affect it
are
from the get-go?
culturally
One of
untouched.
them has to pick up the fray for
We're
sure.
here for gacha games.
Honestly, I might be a little bit more
Anime
into
waifus
it's a
and
favor for
husbandos.
SRG and you. Honestly, I feel like I don't even need to worry about the full.
Welcome back, Judah. You skipped the painful
Just pick up
part.
the Freya,
Did you
that's the
skip the
first
painful part,
Yeah, you
Judah?
just
Were
have to
you
worry
here
about the
earlier
Fanny
when
too. So
SRG lost
Fanny's
game 1?
gone. It's all up for play.
Just
Taylor
had your dinner?
Valentina is
Nice.
still in play.
Did you have
Not
a
to mention
good
the Lin
dinner,
as
sir?
well as the Hirara at this stage of the game. And I think that Onyx needs to make that final choice. It's either they open up the entire thing or they just answer to the Freya. Which
Judah
again,
was
has been
watching,
very
yeah.
terrifying, especially when let
Unfortunate,
through.
isn't it?
So
what are we going to do now? Backs against the wall.
By Coach CW and Coach. Yeah.
Liquid already
Ling
got
and Hirara,
eliminated.
will it be one of those, or will they ban out the
Will
Freya?
SRG follow?
With the Ling Hirara trade. Last ban, red side for
Do
Onyx. taking
you
their
guys
sweet
remember
time.
what place SRG
They ban out the
ended
Freya,
in
Ling
last
Hirara, it's the
MSC?
active trade.
I forgot.
And SRG,
Were we
based on the
second?
information that we got yesterday, they
I
like
can't
to
remember
go
if
for the
SRG was in
Hirara
the
here
finals.
most of the
I
time.
probably
And
should
considering
remember,
that
but I
they're in
don't.
early game composition,
Again, old
I
man
mean,
brain,
give
you
them
know,
a- I don't
goldfish
mind them if they
style.
do it all over again.
Yeah. Could work out very well for them. I think if they want to
Nerds, you mean? Nah, we're internet citizenry.
Someone with basic attacks and
The terming is correct, you know.
Harith isn't as the non-traditional marksman if we're looking at the
Lila really wants Kagura.
Then just pick up the Ling. But they did get their win in the previous series against
But I don't know, I
GK
feel like it's a
with
bit
Uni
hard to
on
play
the Hirara,
Kagura
and it
these
was
days.
a very good Hirara performance. They go for the Hirara.
Alright, Uni Hirara, I think that's good. I think you just gotta secure Hirara. We did get second, right? Okay.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
So it would
too,
be
but
pretty
this
funny
stage now,
if, you know,
at least
first
we
place
got
got
second
eliminated and then
players
second
going to
place
be.
followed
Game
them.
number one, the big question was where exactly were the two flex
Am
picks?
I the
One,
only Onyx
one
supporter
on
here?
either side,
Well,
100% where it was going. And
I am
SRG was
Malaysian.
utilizing those flex picks as a mean to start
A good
affecting some of the
chunk
other
of the
lanes,
viewers
right?
are
And then they're using
Malaysian.
The drafts, the draft bans to also indicate
then,
yeah, we're gonna be attacking you on this side.
I
But
think we
the
only have
response
like
straight away,
I
surprisingly,
think we
have to go
only
for
have
Nova.
like
Yeah,
one
so that was a hero that
Indonesian
we mentioned
viewer,
earlier, but that's
like
not
as a
everyone
regular
and
in
the Hirara
chat,
are taken away.
unless
So
I'm
this is
forgetting
like, it's
anyone.
Onyx trying out, all right, instead of focusing too much on the Ling Hirara trade, why don't we bring up the
Ah,
third
Nolan.
option that people and other junglers in MSC have been bringing up in
That might
interviews and
honestly
quotes.
be a good
They are
idea
honest
from
and pick
Onyx,
up the
dude.
Nolan.
Nolan is gonna be able to fight a lot earlier compared to Ling.
Here today, number one, at least comparative to Ling. Ling is able to get across the map really, really fast, make a huge impact, and has iframes. Nolan may not have iframes, but he has a much better early game. He's got a lot more damage to work with, just as much mobility as Hirara, arguably with purple buff more. And most importantly,
I'm a floating supporter, yeah.
1v1 because Hirara's going to try and lock you down. He's able to dash back out.
Yeah, but now we look at SRG. They pick up the Barretts. Obviously going to be going to the
So
EXP
we're gonna
lanes
have
with this, so that's an honest
Crambarats.
pickup.
And
Wouldn't
then
be surprised if
Eudora.
Barrett just
I think
passes
it's
out
good
and
to pick
the
Eudora
heroes
now.
themselves.
Eudora is a good answer
And
to
then for the gold
Nolan.
lane, that's what
But
they're gonna be
unfortunately,
fighting for.
Eudora is a really
They already have
bad,
strong
like,
perks.
a
I think
hero
some
into
great sources
Belleric
of basic
Uranus.
attacks
And
from
a lot
Onyx
of
would be
teams
good
have been
if
on the
SRG
receiving
don't
end
line
of
up
that.
carry. Would it be the
So
worst pickup in
it
the
is
world
pretty
for
smart
Kelra?
of
But if they
Onyx
really
to
wanna
pick
play
those
for the early
heroes.
and knowing that technically this is going to be somewhat of a front to back, knowing that you have a Barretts to
Just
go up
whoever
against.
catches my
Maybe
eye.
his good old favorite in the Matrix.
Yeah,
might make
Lilo will
sure.
just
I don't
go
know why I said
for
it like that.
basically
I think
the
that
best looking
it's
players.
not a bad idea,
Whoever
especially
looks
if
most like a
is gonna
gacha
go,
husband.
he's gonna be able to, you know, pick up a flicker for himself instead of a revitalize. That does give him a lot less pressure in the early stages of the game to kind of walk.
Harsha says Kagura has everything except for damage.
Just naturally poke out these tanks in the earlier stages.
What does Lilo think about that?
The Choban, as expected, we were at least.
But can
expecting one of these
Stormy
teams to
play
affect it.
Eudora?
Now,
Dude,
SRG side,
who
they've gotta make
can't play
solid
Eudora?
answers. Are they going to start leaning into, hey, we don't want you to play double fighters, or we're going to target
like,
Sans
if you
again?
can't play Eudora, can you play anyone? Is Valir bad? Valir is pretty good, honestly. I think Valir is annoying as shit.
Might not be the best bet.
I hate
You
Valir.
don't have many good ultimates to kind of work with.
Will they just end up?
You're not wrong.
getting
Kagura is
something
item
like
heavy.
Lilo?
Oh,
Ooh, that doesn't
Lilo
sound like a
has
bad idea,
seeded.
but we're already seeing that Rafa is going to get banned out early on here. One of the key conditions is
Yeah,
the
it
fact
makes
that
sense to ban
Flying
Ra.
Clouds is the current map.
If you see Belleric Uranus together, you should
Cloud,
probably
lose
respect
0
healer
EXP in
meta.
the mid lane.
Oh, this is a great ban here. Keyboy did show up with the Badang. We've seen it also in the hands of Finn in Team Vitality. Can't remember if Yumes picked it up, but it is a great pickup with all of the dashes that you have here. Momentum stopper.
Krem on Barats is a crime.
Smoother
no, but Barats is good though.
To deal with, especially
I think it's actually a good hero to pick.
Wall brought up by the Badang could be another extra obstacle.
If you're expecting Krem to be a playmaker again, it's not the right meta for it.
An extra way for you to get.
Coach is doing the correct choice.
The anti-CC in that ult, right?
Look at the Hilda last game.
To just kind of disengage when
may as well go for the utility. Because again, if you're playing assassin meta, EXP lane needs to be tanky. That's why we're seeing like Uranus come back and all of that stuff. Esmeralda, you know, Barats, EXP gaining popularity. It's assassin meta. You need bulk in the EXP lane.
I like the fact that they're denying it.
I think they're gonna end up picking up a Vixana.
As a Malaysian, how do you feel about SRG's lost first game? I am numb.
Have the range. It's strong disengage.
I already felt the worst of it when we lost the pro esports and nearly got eliminated with GK. Now I'm just here to see what happens. I think my hopes have shifted to Vamos. Am I a fence sitter? Yes. I am here to watch my teams do well. You know, I enjoy watching MLBB when there is good MLBB gameplay. And I will say SRG did look better in game 1. They just didn't have a good draft or like closing late game.
Excuse me, the
Care?
and the high low. Oh, Kufra. Another unique pick. But Vexana will mess that up if ever it is one.
Really now?
Actually go for it, right? Because doesn't mean it's the end
Kufra?
of the world.
That's what we're betting on?
Who could disrupt people like Yves, for
Damn.
example.
Okay.
Yves still might be.
They still go into the lid. That's so interesting. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, they still want to make sure that
okay.
you don't have to stick around the lane for too long.
Well, Sakura, looks like your question was answered, right? Why not Lilia? But unfortunately, it was Onyx who answered it, not SRG.
Be played out, especially in the mid, considering that Stormy, he wants to.
And we're playing Kufra?
With Yumes to ensure
I kind of wonder about this, but I think it does make sense to go carry. We really need some damage. Hirara is not going to be enough.
But they are very close to mid-range.
All right, let's see if SRG can avoid the same fate as Liquid. At the very least, if SRG gets eliminated here, they didn't get eliminated with clean sweeps, right?
Let's go.
We're jumping back in to one of the most grueling series we've seen so far. Onyx up against SRG. Onyx came back last game, late
the
game.
TLPH shade.
Zero control in the beginning, but we're able to still get the win. And
SRG, what can I do, yeah?
To evolve and grow. They're willing to risk it with some different picks. This is something they lacked in the beginning.
All right, Kufra. We have not seen Kufra in a very, very long time. I feel like he's gonna have a lot of trouble against Lilia, even Belleric. But he is a good answer to Hari and Nolan somewhat. So I guess we'll find out.
I wonder. I mean, had to be.
Oh, very good engage. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, Nolan was a good pick this game for Onyx. You can fight very early on. Even if he doesn't have as many skills as Hirara early, he just has a lot of damage built in. Yume's gonna try and re-engage here. Is that really worth it? I don't think that's worth it.
This is one of the good things about the Nolan up against this Aurora. He's gonna be able to dash away. He's got these.
Nolan was a very good choice.
Even if he commits to a big amount of damage, he instantly.
One of the few assassin heroes that can actually kind of match Hirara level 2.
Catch him in some of those dicey moments. Yumes maybe going a little too deep. Maybe should have just let them have that one because now the Kyrie.
I think other teams after seeing this will probably consider
on a Nolan. It is a picture perfect start.
Picking Nolan on red side more.
Can't get better than this, right? Especially after last game where it was SRG who dominated the first 14 minutes of the
game. At least this time around, SRG has a bit more late game insurance. Carry actually lanes very well into Harif too. So even if SRG is not ahead early, it's still not like the worst thing in the world.
Again, they do have the Harara, one of the highest.
But it is a little concerning.
Heroes in the meta right now.
Oh, Krem is eating everything.
Suns picks him up. Lutpi's able to walk Yums down. Keyboy doing the same thing now over to the purple buff. Uni still just level 3. It's like deja vu to game 1, but it's reversed. It's Onyx with
just
the
don't contest Turtle, just take the buff.
Objective without even using the retribution.
Uni using the retribution on his own purple, just like Kyrie was doing last game. It is a mirror match for sure.
Dude, carry range is very limited. How can Innocent land hits against Onyx comp?
It seems like SRG's a little bit disconnected. Yums first goes
by
in,
walking up there and smacking
this
him.
time Cram maybe goes a little
you
bit
gotta make some sacrifices somewhere.
The full commit's not there, and 1 or 2 of them are going in and getting caught off. And I think they have to realize that maybe it's not the time, or if we are going to commit, everyone has to be together.
Slow for Onyx after this lead, just taking a purple buff, and only now really making that aggressive move. Double immobilization onto Lutpi, but he doesn't care.
Uh-oh.
Position,
oh, beautiful play from Onyx, dude. Onyx is locked in.
Under tier 2, a flicker burnt out already.
And Uni has to just watch his
Kufra, there's like multiple reasons why Kufra doesn't get picked up much these days. One of them is that his ability to rotate the map is actually somewhat limited compared to other heroes.
I mean, everyone's just trying not to die at this point, let alone catch a lead.
That was one of SRG's.
In M7, Kufra was chosen too, yeah. Like the hero just, like he's just not that good. This hero, I feel like there's a reason why no one else picks him. I can see why they might try this game, and I give SRG props for still being willing to try when they're up against the wall.
Hovering around him right now.
But things are looking bad already.
Keeping him safe, but possible play in the mid.
Like, as long as Innocent was still farming well, this game could go any way, really. But Onyx made the smart choice, you know. They went for a very early gank on Innocent, made him lose a wave.
Kind of the purple buff though. This should set him very close to level 9.
That already messes with him quite a bit.
Cram should be down here at this point. Is this really a fight that they want to take? Innocent, slightly behind, nothing too crazy. Does hit level 7. Oh. Taking a lot of damage.
That's why they went for the Lilia, man. Barras is just gonna get shredded down, has to flicker outlet. He has the consequences.
The Lilia pick is causing trouble.
Yums is able to find the talent page on Keyboy, but he doesn't care as Kelra pops into Zaman Force. Lutpi with the consecration gets away. That is nothing to Lutpi.
And this is what I mean, right? They expend
that
so
Lilia
much time
last
on
pick
that
was
turtle.
really good.
They maybe could have got a push on top tier 3.
Remember when we said ARC drafts are sus sometimes during M7? Yeah, I do remember that.
Play up on the map, but instead they spend so much energy on a turtle they never had a chance to get.
So they're gonna swap lane. They're basically abandoning Cram now to his devices, which is really not good if you're playing Barats. You don't want to be losing early either.
And against a Nolan, if you lose out there.
But yeah, that Lilia pick was very good.
Faster than you. So what that means is he's gonna take your green camps away. That's why we see such a big lead. 3 whole levels for Kyrie on the Nolan. And again, he goes bot. When the purple buff is up, he knows where Uni is. He's constantly stealing these camps away. And it's gonna get really tough for SRG because they have to feed 2. Uni and Innocent.
Yeah. It's a lot of malice.
SRG needs to somehow let this drag to late game. They don't really have any other choice.
4,000 gold, a lot of damage on a Loopy though. They're gonna go under the tower.
Yep.
Oh, the Kufra ult missed because of black shoes.
Kelra picking up a turret for free as Onyx zone SRG away from that tier. Oh god, is Kai even waiting in these bushes? Again, no chance, no space for Innocent to farm.
I mean,
look at the bush.
It's been the same for Uni too. He's barely able to move around. Early on, getting pushed in on multiple jungle points, and Keyboy's been loving just hanging out in these bushes, waiting for the next target to come along.
He is the bush.
He is the bush.
Yums has to flicker just to escape the Valeric skill 1, dude.
Look at the play again.
Okay, they're gonna go and eat the tree, flicker backwards. I mean, not terrible, I guess. Okay, good pick off from Uni. Okay, not bad. Not bad, actually.
Bit of retaliation, jumps
Oh,
up,
damn,
and
Uni.
the
Are you
purple
sure?
is gonna be on cooldown as Lutpi looks for the chase.
Yeah, probably not the right choice there.
I don't know if taking the death at the end of that was worth it. Finding Kelra at least is a
The
saving
kill
grace.
before that was
But
like the fight up to that point was worth. Uni dying afterwards, not worth. I wonder why SRG doesn't play Marcel.
SRG was doing
I don't know, they were definitely playing him during
The
MPL.
problem is I don't think Onyx is gonna give him time to breathe. I don't think Ooh, Innocent in a bad spot.
He's gonna have to flicker out of this, man. There's no way. He might not even flicker. He might just take it. Keyboy with a flicker.
Yeah, he's dead.
Innocent fed to Kelra. Again, not giving space to farm. Yums body block from the rest. They feed another.
I think it's GG. I think this is GG, y'all.
Sometimes you gotta just accept your fate. Innocent knows there's no escape there. Onyx moving on to the tier 2.
Onyx has never won against Selangor Red Giants.
SRG on the
Seems
defense.
like
Can
we
Onyx
are
pull
looking
this
at a
off
brand
here?
new era's meta.
After a grueling game 1 of pushing the limits,
Indonesia has a
just
slight
show
advantage
Onyx
when it
diversity
comes
right
down
now.
to
We can
these
play the long haul.
sorts
We
of
can dominate in the
situations.
early game. Just give us the chance right now. What can SRG do? Having the carry just makes this all so much harder too. And the fact we called it out at the beginning, taking a death early on, and now you've got 2 deaths, being unable to farm. It is a long haul. The thing is it feels like it's been 12 or 13 minutes. It feels like they could get to late game in just a few minutes, but we are just breaking 9 minutes. We're talking.
It's not
it could be another 5 or
impossible.
6 minutes till Innocent even has a
But it's
chance
gonna
of
be
really
very hard.
damage till Cram
SRG
can actually
needs
hold
to
down the
delay
front
for
line.
another 9 minutes, and that's how long this game has lasted. I'm blocking, dude, I've been blocking the map the whole time, no one told me, but...
Can SRG do what Onyx did to them in game number 1? Those are the questions that we need to ask right now. With this kind of composition, it's going to be difficult. They don't.
I don't know, I feel like Cram also isn't playing that well, to be honest. I feel like Cram is not playing that well. I feel like the Yums could be a little bit more effective as well. His show was good, but then like besides that, things are a little bit...
levels ahead. Yums with the rage, but it's going to be responded over by Sons of the Black Shoes. Now it's a taunt lands on Cram, and again it's Kelra. Oh!
What the huh?
Down thrown again, but he has to purify. Cram low, has to flicker back.
That was a weird interaction.
Big flickers as Kai secures the Lord.
They do bide some time though, clearing out the waves, but another wave is coming soon. But SRG doesn't have the greatest comp to defend. Yes, they have the carry to Shred, who has gotten
Now
the
Dodo
Trinity,
looks like he's
but
playing in
still,
SRG. Maybe that's why they're
1.5K
playing
gold
so
behind.
bad.
Take a look at the jungle. It is a 4.1k gold lead. Uni just got his second item in. Just got War Axe in.
The last time they met at a major international, it was SRG.
SRG needs to somehow delay to 18 minutes. I don't know if they can do that. It's a 10k gold lead, dude.
Well, revenge is here. It's in on.
It is very one-sided.
What we gotta do is close this out. And last time SRG was a little bit too patient. Onyx is ready to kick in these doors. And whoa, yeah.
Why did Lutpi Winter Crown that? I don't think he needed to do that, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna be punished too hard for doing it. Cram can't even spit him out, dude. Oh, this could be GG. I think... I don't know, SRG is way too behind, dude. We don't do any damage. Oh, the Belleric ult! That's a big one. Oh, that's it. That's GG. Goodbye, SRG.
Clean sweep. Selangor Red Giants to make it a top 8.
And they don't just
Damn.
win, they earn it. After game 1, pushing themselves to the limits.
Well, I can't say I didn't see this coming. I had a feeling after the way they've been playing this whole time.
Fashion. You can see the smiles on their faces. Kelra, Keyboy, happy about it.
It's a pretty good meta for Indonesia, honestly. I feel like Onyx honestly aren't even the best of them. Like, it's quite clear that Vitality is stronger too. So even if SRG was able to win this, I don't think they were making it much further in the state they were in.
They will unfortunately be the ones eliminated.
Unfortunate.
Crushed today as well. The revenge was very late. 2024 was when it happened, when SRG knocked Onyx out of groups. It took them 2 whole years to regroup, to relearn, to improve. And Fate had it with this matchup.
This is a big ripperoni, dude. Like all the community comments that are gonna be coming out after this one. My God.
They couldn't close it out. It looked great for Onyx in the start of game 2.
But yeah, just not a good meta for SRG. Or like a lot of the big teams having trouble with this one.
Mistakes that SRG made, and they were able to pull through.
And I do feel like the drafting is a bit weird, honestly.
What a series, honestly, guys. This is a matchup that we didn't see coming. Closing the group stages, we expected something like this in the knockout stages rather, but still, Onyx secures a 2-0 in the bag up against Selangor Red Giants. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Kyrie! Kyrie, congratulations. How do you feel after finally getting your vengeance up against SRG?
So,
if we recall
both of last year's grand finalists have been eliminated
MSC 2024 that ended your
in the
journey,
group
and
stage.
last year's journey too for MSC 2025. So how do you
It
feel
really
today?
is a new era.
Okay, we've been waiting for a long time for this match, and happily we succeeded today.
Happy. I'm pretty sure you guys are very happy. But did you ever expect that this moment would come at this period of time? Group stages elimination match, lower bracket, Onyx versus SRG. Or did you expect it, you know, in the knockout stages perhaps?
Yeah, we expected to meet the champion teams in the knockout stage.
You're the only one left right now. Onyx is the only one left because 2024 champions are gone. 2025 champions are gone. What does this mean? Do you feel like it's coming back to Indonesia? Do you think it's coming back to Onyx?
I hope so. That's all I can say.
Now let's talk about game 1 just now, okay, Kyrie? Game
Hi,
1,
Nix.
you guys were shaky. You
What
guys were behind by a lot.
What a situation we
You know,
find
how
ourselves
did you
in,
guys
eh?
keep yourself composed to be able to make a
I wonder
comeback
what the
to secure
netizens
the
are all going to say about
We
this.
just looked at
Vamos
the
in the
MSC
top 8, but
and
SRG isn't.
They were using Paquito and Hilda, which are very good at early game, but not that good at the late game. So we just had to be patient.
So the plan was technically to let Kelra snowball as much as possible, give him the resources so that when the time comes, it's gonna be him and you versus the world.
I think so, yeah.
Now, Kai, you guys are heading later to the draws after the last match. Am I right? So you guys will be seated in seed 2 with all the 2-1 teams. The 2-0 teams will be picking. Who do you think will pick you guys today?
I don't know really, but I hope it will be Aurora.
Why do you want to meet
Oh.
Aurora Gaming again?
Just because we didn't really
They actually do want to face Aurora Turkey, eh?
that easily against them, and I think we have a chance against them.
I agree. You guys were the only team that managed to push Aurora Gaming to a 2-1, and people are saying they are currently the strongest team in MSC. And if people are saying that, I think we want to meet the best. No, Kyrie? So is there any message for Aurora Gaming? Who knows? Maybe that will make them pick you later.
Just good luck.
And of course, a message to the fans.
And to my fans, thank you so much for supporting us, especially my team, Onyx. Thank you. So all the Filipinos out here, thank you so much. And
Dude, I
hope you
kind of
guys
feel a
will
bit
keep
bad
supporting us
now.
in our next match. Thank
Like,
you.
I think there
Thank you
was
so much,
probably
Kyrie.
a good
And
number
now,
of
you
like
boys ready to crush some
there were probably a good
keys?
number of SRG
Okay,
fans
first
who
up.
flew all the
First
way
question,
over to
Onyx,
Paris
who wants to be the
to
one
watch
crushing
them,
the
you know, in
key?
MSC.
Keyboy? Okay, let's head to
And
the
now
back.
they're
Come on,
out.
guys, follow me. It's time to crush some keys.
Like,
As
damn.
we head our way to
Well,
the
Coach
key
Midnight let his
crusher.
team pick Onyx
Keyboy
ID. I
will
need
be
to
the
see
one
like
leading
which
the pack.
teams are available to
So,
pick.
Keyboy, you
Damn,
lead to the key
this is
crusher.
a feels bad.
Of course, Onyx,
SRG's
watch.
key
All you have to do is press the
being
lever
crushed in the
all
group
the way.
stage.
All right. right, guys, ladies.
But I think we all knew it was a matter of time.
Onyx officially eliminates Selangor Red Giants in their journey this mscxewc 2026. All right, it's time to see the keys. As we show
look at that.
to the camera. It will take some time as the keys are also shattered. All right, look at the keys. And with that, let us throw it over to the desk to break down what happened in this series.
Yep, the teams who haven't lost will pick the lower bracket teams.
Now from 3 at the start of MSC.
So hold on, let's check it real quick.
With the key crush.
So Vitality, Vamos, Yangon, and Aurora will be able to choose their opponents.
Yet again,
and they will choose between Spirit, Pro, Onyx, and...
or at least people might be calling the best.
I would like to think it's Team Falcons PH here, but I don't really know anymore.
Pick us. We had a good chance against
I really don't know anymore.
Gideon, this was a game that went all the way on it, but they did it with class, they did it with a style, and they feel very confident, as they should, with a win like that.
Yeah, and what I liked about it is it was clean. They are playing against around a Nolan in their jungle. Clean burst, they got that very quick win early in the game, and they didn't stop from there. It's classic Onyx.
It really is classic Onyx, and not to mention that just so many things that could have gone wrong in that early stage, especially in that first Litho fight, calling in the Uranus alongside with the Barats.
Hey, where's my
phone? Not progressed in that manner.
I think I forgot it outside. One moment.
Truth be told, I think that so far, Onyx have seemed to adapt a lot better than SRG, and I think that's what really is why they took the cake here in game number 2.
There was also something personal on the line. You could hear it was Kelra, Kyrie, who had their journeys cut short because of SRG. SRG's dominance, not just in Malaysia, but in international tournaments. That was something that they were up against, but it felt like they paid special attention to this matchup.
Harsha's prediction is that Falcons will win that match. You know what? I agree with you. I think Falcons will win that match.
But you were mentioning Gideon. It was a Sans game.
Yeah, it really was, because again, Sans was probably the biggest person they could have looked to punish here in a lot of the times, and we were discussing whether or not the Vixen would have been a better fit. But unfortunately, I think that Sans
question to y'all
when he was getting oppressed on this Aurora. Now
should we continue streaming today?
And I don't care how many super subs you're gonna send in, I'm the dominator.
Yeah, he wanted to be continuous.
Do we want to watch until the end? How long would that? How long would that take?
Constant use of the glooms, maximizing it, even using the black shoes at the right time to bait out SRG into going in for some questionable dives at some point, especially for Yumes, especially when you're seeing the Lilia, you're thinking, oh, I think I can get the Lilia down here. Oh, wait, no, I've wasted my Tyrant's Revenge and maybe even a Flicker out because the Lilia still has the black shoes. I know he's thinking about using it so that he can force the black shoes out, but sometimes you're just gonna have to think.
There is something I want to do real quick in FF14, so I might just launch FF14 for now.
Strong anchor for the team. She sets the battle lines, and then she can just walk away and do whatever she wants, and then come back to reset it again once the team has finally recalibrated and regrouped. I think that unfortunately, as much as Innocent is a great player, he won the lane technically, but then the rest of the paratroopers decided to come on in to invade his side of the world. So at that point, they're just falling behind.
I think that
this is a tough one, and obviously it's
more established teams, especially teams that like to play a more PH style, are going to have a lot of difficulty in this meta, which is what makes it so surprising that like Aurora Turkey is actually doing really well. Because before this, Aurora Turkey was a team that preferred to play a more PH style. So it's kind of interesting to see how this has happened. Hold on, you guys are gonna hear FF14 launching in the background because I need to do something in game. The daily reset is coming soon, so I need to.
Bit of information as to
I wanna do it real quick.
Against Onyx.
Okay, what does Becky have to say?
I think that we were very confident going to the game 1. We did not manage to really win that game 1. Going to game 2, I think the adjustment was not the best, because I think we were left behind in the meta as well, because we were trying to adapt. So I think in the game 2 it was just too hard to play. Yeah.
After game 1, were the players kind of down? I mean, considering you had a big lead and then you weren't able to close it.
When we come to the backstage, I see all my players are still in a good mood. Actually, going to game 2, we are still in a good mood. I think when it comes to game 2, I would just say that our strategy did not work. And that was the main reason why we lose in the game 2. Yeah.
Okay, so the strategy didn't work out in game number 2 as well. And I don't know if this is a sensitive question or not, but I'm just gonna ask. What did you think about the fielding of a new person in the jungle? It was Sakai's before, and then we saw the substitute yesterday for Uni, and then Uni's playing today. What happened there?
Yeah, you guys can hear some FF sound effects in the background because like I have the game launched.
Okay.
But going through when it comes
I just
to
want to
here,
finish
and
this
then
interview.
When it comes to practice, when it comes to tournament, things are not really going well. So we try to fail Uni today, and then because Uni, he's also very, well, I would say very talented. And then I think that yesterday it was the time that we should let him try and see how far we can go. Yeah, then that's where we try to play Uni. But in my perspective, I think both of them are really amazing jungler.
I agree. And Uni did really well.
Yeah.
In that
He really
last
did very
game,
well.
right?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna tell all your players after this when you get to meet them?
It's SRG's first real like
I'll say that
disappointing
I'm so proud of
defeat.
how much they have gave.
All of SRG's like tournament records before this. Even if they didn't like win, they usually perform very well, you know. It's very common to see SRG in the top 3.
So I just felt like
this is the first time in a very long time that SRG has not made playoffs. It really is quite a big blow, to be honest.
Yeah, let's come back from these losses and take it as a huge experience and learning. Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. Very excited and anticipating the next international performance from SRG, obviously. But Coach, I know it's done here for SRG, but obviously there's still another Malaysian representative still fighting for their life here, Vamos. Do you perhaps have a message to Vamos who's still trying to get that trophy?
For Vamos, it's great that we have another really good Malaysian representative in this tournament. You guys are really strong. You guys are getting a momentum. And then especially when it comes to Aero, I really see how well you are playing this tournament. You are really a shining bright jungler in our region right now. So let's keep that momentum and then make Malaysia proud. Maybe this time you guys will be the champion for us.
Amen. I think everyone out there is proud. And talking about everyone out there, do you have a message to the SRG fans that has, supported you from 0 to now?
So for the SRG fans, thank you very much for always supporting us, especially when we are having a hard time as well. But I know in this tournament we really underperformed and that we did not deliver up to the expectation. I'm really sorry about that. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't need to say that I will take a blame, but people, this is just part of the game. And then, yeah, we really did badly. And then, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. I know this was
you could tell that Vicky is having a hard time with this one. It's been a long time since any of them have experienced something like this.
Work here at MSC, and we are going to throw over to you guys.
The mic connection is having some difficulties over there.
Wishing the other Malaysian representatives proud. Team Vamos Aero 404 here for us after this.
Streamer, when are you gonna carry me in ranked game? Dude, MLBB has just not been treating me very well lately. I keep like lagging out and disconnecting like when streaming and all of that stuff.
And that's going to be the Atlas ban first up.
Okay. I am, real quick, for those of you who don't know, the daily reset for FF14 is 11 PM, and we do have daily stuff that we need to do in FF14, which I haven't done yet, so I'm queuing it right now, so you guys are gonna get a little bit of FF14 for a moment. But yeah, a bit of an unfortunate case for SRG. Since they are eliminated, will they stay at Paris or fly back right away? I think typically teams will just fly back because there's not really much reason to stay anymore, right? Because it's not cheap. Once you when you are there competing, like your accommodations and travel fees and all of that are going to be sustained by the event organizers. Like obviously they'll pay for you to stay there and compete. But when you're eliminated, they don't do that anymore, right? So you basically would have to pay for like your own accommodations, and you know, if you want to go anywhere, you'd have like basically you are no longer like part of the event, and therefore you kind of have to handle yourself because you are basically there for vacation from that point onwards, which is unfortunate, you know, kind of tough, but it's just how it works. Can't really do much about that. I mean, it's the same case for us as casters, right? Like last year I was only there for 1 week in MWI, and then once my job was done at MWI, it's not like they're gonna pay for me to stay there, you know? If I wanted to stay there longer, I'd have to pay for it myself, which I'm not gonna do, you know? It's not like money grows on trees. So yeah, probably we'll just fly back and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna be doing like my dailies in FF. I'm doing like PvP right now. This is PvP in FF14. Don't know if you guys knew there was PvP in FF14, but yeah, there's PvP in FF14. So yeah, should we stick around to watch the Falcons v Falcons situation? I'm getting my ass whacked right now because like my team is not around. This is big oof. But yeah, I'm thinking about whether or not I want to continue watch partying or not, because I don't really think too much of like Falcons v Falcon. But I will admit I am kind of curious about whether or not we might have a situation where no PH teams are in the playoffs, you know? Like, what if both of the PH teams get knocked out in group stage? That would be kind of crazy, right? But then again, like, Falcons and Mena, like, they've been playing okay, but can they actually take down Falcons PH, you know? I don't know about that. Damn. Where the heck is all of my teammates? Why is no one around? Oh, they're all over there. I see. Okay. Chat got very quiet suddenly. How was everyone's thoughts about the situation? How's everyone feeling, you know? Our long-time, all-reliable squad that has gotten us multiple top 3 finishes, eliminated in the group stage, and somehow not even the most shocking thing in the tournament because fudging Team Liquid Philippines got eliminated before them. I think everyone's a bit heartbroken, probably, yeah. I don't know, I'm kind of wondering what kind of comments we're gonna see on like Facebook and stuff after this. Kinda curious what the community is gonna think about the situation, because this is very unprecedented. You know? I think a lot of us would have thought like, oh, you know, Liquid got eliminated. Now SRG has a chance to win, you know? Our longtime rivals. The ones who stole the crown from us last year, you know, eliminated. But then again, I don't know if anyone really thought that after watching how SRG had been performing before this. Hence, I don't use social media. Too much pain and brain rot. Yeah, I probably shouldn't as well, but I technically need to have some kind of social presence. Then again, it's not like I'm having much of a social presence anyway. I have not produced any content in quite a long time. because I have just been chilling. I've been enjoying my own gaming and all of that stuff. Like this. Holy shit, that's a lot of blue people. The thing is, if I do decide to stick around and watch like the next match, then it would logically mean I would need to also stick around to watch like the draw, like the teams picking their opponents at the end. And by the time that completes, by the time that finishes, let me finish my sentence, god damn it. By the time that finishes, it's gonna be like midnight or some shit. Am I a healer mage? No, I use a gun. Well, technically I'm a monk main, but you know, I'm playing PvP, so I'm using a different class. I'm playing machinist. I use a gun. I'm not a healer or a mage. I'm playing America, the class. Unfortunately, today's PvP is on this map. I don't really like this map very much. It takes too long. I prefer the other simpler maps. Oh, forgive me, I don't know anything about your game. No, it's fine. That's why I answered the question, you know? I don't expect you to know anything because, like, you know, you're not gonna know anything about a game you don't play. That's the case for all of us. But like I mentioned before, next year I am planning to stream more of FF14, you know, because new expansion is going to come out and there's all sorts of new content. And I probably am just going to want to play a lot of FF14. So expect to see more, you know, next time around. Until then, though, it'll still be like business as usual. Because we are just basically waiting for the next expansion at this point. Also, did everyone else actually just disappear? Like, after SRG lost, everyone just disappeared. Sakura's the last one left. The final bastion of the Dodo channel. Thank you for being kind. Isn't that common sense? I don't think I need to be thanked for that. I feel like that's like isn't that just something people should do, you know? Like, if someone doesn't know about your game, you just explain. Or like, I guess that's the case for everything, you know? If someone doesn't know something, you just tell them. I don't think it needs a thank you in any way. Especially since I would ideally want more people to play the game. Ha ha ha. Have you ever heard of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy XIV with an extended free trial? I really should memorize that copy pasta just so I can pull it out of my pocket anytime I need to. A lot of people do have it memorized. I do not. Haha. I don't feel like we should be pushing this far out. We're literally in front of the enemy base, but hey, you know, I gotta follow the team. If the team goes here, I gotta... There's people that just bluntly tell you that you're stupid. Well, they're stupid. How would you tell, you know? I'm so zoomed out. Honestly, even if I zoomed in, you probably couldn't tell that I'm using a gun. People will not know things, and that is to be expected. Like me, for example. I don't know a great many things. That's why I also don't like it when people are like, oh, why don't you know this? Well, yeah, well, sue me, you know, I don't know it. I'm gonna continue not knowing it unless you tell me. Oh, what's the point? Oh, shit. I'm dying because I'm talking and not focusing on the PvP, but it's fine. I don't really care about winning. Yeah. Like, if you say like, oh, I don't know what this is, could you explain it to me? And someone's first response is like, oh, why don't you know this? It's so obvious, you know? I just like, well, what am I supposed to do about it? I don't know what it is. And I'm not gonna know until you tell me. So unless you say something about it, I will remain stupid. So you are not helping the situation, that sort of thing, you know? If you want me to be not stupid, then answer the question. You think I would ask you if I knew? That's why I feel like social media ends up being kind of toxic these days, you know? Nowadays, it's all about, like, gallivanting and, like, getting clicks, you know? And you gotta go to the full extremes, you know? If someone doesn't know what they're doing, instead of telling them, you need to be like, oh, why are you like that, you know? A lot of toxicity out there, sadly. Which is why I just stick to the community bubbles where we admire anime waifus. You know, a lot more peaceful over there. Until people come by and say, oh, I shouldn't like this anime waifu, but who's the judge, you know? It is kind of funny that everyone else has disappeared, though. What happened? No, husbando also good looking. Apologies, I do not frequent the husbando bubbles. I prefer waifus, you know. Unfortunately, I am straight. They're missing out. They sure are. They're missing out on me getting the shit beat out of me in PvP while I talk about people talking about me being stupid. You know, recently I've been kind of thinking, right? I think you guys can kind of, like, I think it's pretty obvious to you guys as well that recently I've just not been too enthusiastic about MLBB. I'm still following MSC, you know, just to see if our teams can do well. Unfortunately, one of them is gone, but at least we still have one more, so I will be rooting for Vamos going forward. But I'm going off topic once again. What was I saying? Yeah, I have not been particularly enthusiastic about MLBB. And for that reason, it is pretty clear, I think, to all of you guys that I have not been streaming MLBB as much, you know? And when I do, I get a little bit more frustrated than usual. But it's also because shit is acting up more than usual, so maybe I am a little bit justified in that regard. But again, I'm going off topic. I've just been thinking I want to play other games, you know? I want to stream other games. I have been really enjoying FF14, and honestly, recently, I have found myself really falling in love with ZZZ. Like, I already liked it a lot as a game, but I feel like recently I've really been, like, falling in love with ZZZ again. So, like, I want to play more ZZZ and all of that stuff. Love the characters, love the community, want to share more about it. I want to talk about ZZZ, man. I want to talk to people about ZZZ. But there's just not enough people around me that play ZZZ. I've been in Mythic for 2 weeks, yeah, not playing much, yeah. I hit Mythic as well, already been like, you know, already played through my, my qualifier, what are they called? Placement matches. So there's like a lack of motivation there a little bit too. Who do you think Vamos will pick for their opponents? It's a good question. I think it depends on who wins this last match first. I think we kind of need to see who wins this last match, because maybe that'll determine the choice. Because like, let's see. Between the 4 teams in the 2-1 bracket. Oh, what the fudge, we won? How did that happen? I was on autopilot. We won. Okay. Considering my less than stellar performance earlier, I will accept this. What do you mean? It will be Falcons. That's what we were thinking about. That's what we were wondering the entire time, sir, about the other teams. You know, up until now, we've been saying like, oh, surely this team will win. Oh, surely that team will win. And then that team doesn't win, you know? Like, I don't know if we can say for sure it's... Oh wait, no, you're right, it is Falcons. You're right, actually. Falcons will win. My bad. I remain what I say. Yapping master and still win. Maybe I just need the yap when I'm doing PvP in the future, you know? But yeah, like recently I've just been thinking, man, I really wish I had someone to fangirl about like games with, you know? I wish I had someone I could like talk about how much I love Vivian with. And all of that sort of stuff. Talk about all the characters in ZZZ and like FF14 and lore and all of that stuff. I feel like I'm lacking that sort of presence in my life. That's why I'm here yapping with you guys. Speaking of, are any of my friends like online? Surprisingly no, which is kind of shocking because normally they would be at nighttime, but I guess everyone's doing their thing. So 100% guaranteed unless both get disqualified. Yeah, somehow if like both Falcons commit some kind of taboo and they both get disqualified, surely we will get a Falcons win. Maybe collab with ZZZ streamers. You say that like I know one. You say that like I know someone I can just reach out to and be like, hey, you wanna collab with me? This mlbbmsc caster who likes waifus. My fucking glamour dresser is way too full. The venue gets destroyed. Both Falcons end up flying to heaven. Oh my god, dude, that's kind of morbid. I think you should avoid saying that. Hold on, let me update let's just update my stream title. Falcons versus Falcons. MSC day, what day is it? 6? Was it day 6? Guys, what day is it of MSC? I should just check the stream. Day 5, my bad. Day 5, watch party. Okay. Where was I? Sorry, I follow less than 15 streamers. I don't know much. That's more than I do, probably. Like, unfortunately, I'm not very good at pushing my online presence, you know? Like, I've been streaming for a while now, and you know, viewership is still just like that. Still appreciate you guys, though. Because I just don't know how to like actually push myself. I feel like I'm not that interesting of a person. And I'm not an extrovert in any way, so like I'm not very good at networking, you know. And I also feel like if I try to network just for the sake of networking, it doesn't feel genuine, you know. I always hold back a little bit of thinking like, hey, I should go and reach out to this person because, you know, I can get more viewers. That doesn't feel very good, you know. It feels like I'm trying to use them, which I am. So I just kind of end up here on my own. And again, I don't have the biggest enthusiasm for MLBB currently. I would like to do other games and stuff, and well, yeah. You know, I kept saying I was going to do like YouTube at some point, like properly commit to doing YouTube at one point, but then I wasn't really able to do that ever since I started working. And even more so than that, like MLBB has just not felt very good for me lately. So, you know, the push, the motivation is not there, and the energy is not there. The heart is not there. You're correct, Darren. That is correct. The truth is, like, I've considered recently, I'm like, oh, should I also, like, clip out the things that I do in, like, you know, ZZZ, you know? Like, maybe that can be content. But then I'm also lazy to clip things out. Like, what the heck am I doing? Yeah, the motivation is not there. But not, like, recently I've been like wondering, okay, then where actually is my motivation, you know? I feel like it went out to get milk and never came back. Like, what exactly am I doing with my life? I think that's a question that a lot of people have. I'm starting to bring existential crisis into my stream today. And I feel like we already had one of those when SRG lost. Do I really need to be bringing another one? But this is why I've been going to counseling. Daily, hold on, wait. When is the next match starting? Next match should be starting soon, actually. So let me just queue for something like fast. Because the daily reset is happening soon, so I can just queue something fast. Either trials or normal raids, I guess. Normal raids, sure. Wow, that was fast. That doesn't usually pop that fast. Okay. We all just want to rot and play games without a worry in life. I know, right? I know. Current status drained in MLBB tourney. Hero Dodo. Hello Cruel. Oh damn. This is the stage with the cool music. Y'all can enjoy the music while I beat up this snake. Though the music is a bit low. It should be fine. Actually, do I have time to turn up the music? Let me turn up the music for you guys. While we haven't started. Okay. Oh, that's a bit loud. Okay, that'll do.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him one more, champion.
We are on finals and 2-2 and oh yeah, your tournament! How's your tournament going, Kudura? You're on finals and 2-2, both match point. Game 5. What? Game 5 is next week? What do you mean? Your grand finals is 2-2 and game 5 is next week? Wait, are you in the grand finals? Oh shit, I'm not paying attention. I really should not be yapping so much.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
I think I may have messed up my rotation. Me and not when low cortisol vibes team. I mean, that's good, right? Damn, you guys are in the grand finals. That's cool. But wait, why is the last game next week? Did they not play all 5 games in a row or some shit? The members are sleeping. What do you mean? When did you play the other 4 games? So what, you guys just played 4 games and then decided, yeah, we're gonna take a break now. They slept after game 4, what? You can just do that? Shouldn't the tournament organizers be like saying like you continue or some shit? Or is it just that casual? Oh, you were doing Ube strats? Well, you do what works, I guess. Became Prime, oh my Venus. Oh damn, you were the healer? For shame. I'm joking. You do what you gotta do. Get that grub. Get that merch. Get yourself some Tachyon merch for free. Well, not really for free. You had to play MLBB to do it, but it's technically free. Besides the 100 of hours you have to spend.
champion! Don't panic!
Fight boss and avoid collapsing floor. You are correct. That is exactly what we need to do. We're facing a try-hard team that one of them said looking for MDL qualifiers. Damn. I feel like this meta is just catching a lot of people off guard, honestly. Like, if it can catch Liquid and SRG off guard, like, no one really stands a chance on, like, you just gotta be willing to do things, you know? Like, you gotta experiment, you gotta change up the way you play the game completely, because it's just not the same it was before. We're moving like E7. Well, I would like to say that E7 is a good example, but I think that Liquid were just genuinely not prepared. Like, it's pretty clear that Liquid just didn't know how to handle, like, the new patch at all. So I don't really know if it's necessarily an Entity 7 thing. I think it was more of a Liquid thing. In the same way that SRG kind of is an SRG thing. But then like Aurora Turkey is definitely an Aurora Turkey thing. Oh, fudge, 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 okay.
They've been struck with venom, but they can weather it. They must.
We'll switch on over to the match right after this, yeah. This is actually one of the most recent raids, so it's actually taking a little longer than I thought it would. It's random when I queue for it, so... The next person that is last year MSC after SRG and TLPH is Onyx, so I wonder if they'll get eliminated next. It would be pretty funny. But I think Onyx is a little bit more well equipped to handle these sort of things because like we mentioned, traditionally Indonesian teams are more used to playing like, you know, early game rush tactics. So they're slightly less affected overall. But you can see that like Vitality aka BTR looks a lot better than Onyx because, you know, Onyx is also a fairly established team that's used to the traditional MLBB style. Can we call it traditional MLBB style now? Has it switched up enough that we can call it non-traditional MLBB? Oh, is that the correct term? Systematic gameplay is slowly dying. I mean, I imagine that once they make like a new patch, we will probably get some of it back. It's just that this patch in particular just so happens to be a little more, you know, unpredictable. It's probably the most unpredictable patch we've ever had, you know, because like, I don't think we've ever seen a patch that like teams like Liquid have not been able to adjust to in some way, at least. So it's like pretty unusual. Most of my MLB ranked games have been quite fun, except for the amount of Francos I've been seeing. I see. Well, Franco is eternal, you know. There's a reason why Pudge in Dota is still eternally popular. Even after all this time. Yodo Dodo, hello sir. Welcome. So by the way, apparently too, Vamos gets first pick. You know, later on, apparently Vamos had the like shortest game times overall, which is surprising. I thought it would be Aurora, but apparently Vamos had the shortest game times. So they will get first pick later of the teams. Damn, that looks like me. Yeah, I guess we are curious about who they will pick. Okay, let me... Should I close FF? Should I leave it on in the background? I don't know. I guess it's fine to leave it on in the background so that I can like just log in and just like tab in and play when I'm when the game is not happening. But yeah, let's go back to
looking for that pick.
Falcons v Falcons. The classic victory song for FF. Yeah. I mean, obviously they're going to use it, right?
For like a support pick that kind of either deep leans into their strong lane or something that completely counters like two of their
tired from ML games I haven't played in weeks. Says the man that's been competing in a tournament.
There's also the lead up, but there's not a lot of projectiles to reflect anyway, so it's kind of not worth it. But Dong feels alright, but at the same time, it's just not enough to kind of maintain that pressure.
Darren thinks ideally we take Pro Esports. I can see that probably being one of the better options, yeah. Like, Pro was able to defeat SRG, but logically, Vamos should know how to handle it, right?
Falcons Mena versus Falcons PH, guys.
Let's go, the Big Bird versus Big Bird PH. Yep, this is the matchup that Kuruel has been dreaming of for so long. This is Kuruel's dream matchup, Bird versus Bird.
Safe composition, it's Mina.
Everybody seems like they've got some win conditions here as well. The Nolan we saw win last game.
Yeah, we somehow got into the final. You were the jungler? Oh my god.
They've got a good lineup on both sides.
You're playing jungle from Japan and you got into the finals? That's crazy.
Regions. It's Falcons PH.
Streamed by the Big Burb. Ah, yes.
Trying to go to the knockout
the
stage
extinct
for the
Burb.
first time. One's trying to bring the knockout stage to the Philippines one more time. Let's send it over to Brigitte and Mirko to get this game started.
Thank you so much, panel. Welcome to game number 1 in this elimination.
All right.
I know one thing's for sure. Falcons gonna win.
Damn, Troll nearly died. He had the flicker instantly.
Falcons, Team Falcons. Yes, that was something Rose mentioned earlier too, and that is the only thing guaranteed
yes.
heading into this series.
Good luck to the casters, by the way. They're both Team Falcons.
Considering what has been a very unexpected turnaround for the PH representatives.
Is this the first match? Yeah, it's game 1.
There's a huge...
It's Hirara versus Nolan. Yeah, that's how we lost earlier. That's how SRG got eliminated.
And they're just one step away from getting into knockouts right now.
And that's been the case. Let's see if Falcons Mena can actually pull up an upset, right? Because so far it's been crazy upsets here and there, even yesterday.
Oh, the arrow!
That's a crazy arrow.
Damn, the Nolan.
I don't even consider that.
You know what? Maybe more teams should play Nolan. Honestly, I'm starting to think that maybe it would be a good idea if more teams just played Nolan.
Pick up already, and they want more. Ogren with the unbreakable. No, it just gets the wave shoved.
Don't worry, Mirko has experience in Onyx versus Onyx. I guess so. Yeah.
If Haji can land the arrows, right? That's the goddamn Kadam machine, bro. I think he can land some arrows. He went for Season Hunter, though. That means he's going to go for the fast clear onto the neutral objective. So already a different approach on the Selena.
Oh, yeah. Haji has Season Hunter as a mid lane.
Sana's doing a good job in lane. We've been seeing
he's
more
going to help clear like jungle camps and stuff.
Blessing for some other Selenas. But Haji's gone for the normal Season Hunter.
Yeah, and I think we've all been wanting to see that KDA machine gameplay, Kadam machine gameplay from Haji, which I feel like hasn't really been the case for Falcons PH so far. Again,
so what's everyone's expectations? Everyone expecting it to be Falcon PH?
Now it's Troll already poked down to less than half.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want to see a world where both PH teams get knocked out in group stage.
A lot of ways to engage though, Troll and Sanji mainly.
I feel like that would really break the internet.
Having to kind of react to these.
But I do feel like logically it should be Falcon PH.
Seems like it's gonna be the case with the Season Hunter.
Oh yeah, that is the game plan. Right now,
I
Falcons
don't think Falcon's Mena is strong enough to really take him down.
They aren't able to really get.
Darren wants Falcon Mena to win. I kind of do as well, to be honest. I think PH has been so dominant for so long that we're just kind of hoping for like a miracle to happen. And by a miracle, I mean like basically the nightmare of Filipinos everywhere.
Doesn't use the flicker. There's the knockup of the Lantern Flare. but that's about it.
Even Flap coming by as well. These Falcon boys, man, are playing it so macro, Kyle, using the space.
But yeah, Falcons PH doing a very good job of like playing early aggro, invades, and all that.
Oh, the retreat from Kyle.
Oh, Kyle stole it.
Away from bois. It was on cooldown for bois.
iframes forced out too. Now, initially, what has just been Falcons Mena sticking to the jungling, sticking to their very own farm. Now it's been successfully
being able to invade and steal jungles is very important. Which, you know, is kind of funny to think about. Remember how a while back Moonton made updates to make it more difficult for people to invade jungle? You know, like they make it so that oh, not the arrow! Oh shit.
That's gonna be a pickup as well.
What was I saying? Yeah, they make it so that like you will always secure your camp, and then they make it so that you. Oh my god, the Selena arrows, dude!
Just used to secure the kills.
I'm trying to yap. They're not letting me yap. Let me yap.
He just does absolutes, bro. It's when he lands the arrow.
Yeah, they made lots of changes to make it so that the jungle is harder to invade, you know, so that the game is not so like not so difficult to play early. And now with the patch changes, they made it so that like if you really want to get an advantage, you have to invade jungle multiple times. You know?
All with the arrow. One on Jusin.
It's funny how things work. I think Selena needs to be banned on those that can play Selena.
Dealt with at this point, at least
yeah,
the game,
but
so
then it will feel kind of bad. Oh, good catch. Oh, can they kill him? They can kill him. They had to commit a lot to kill him though. Boyet is being targeted. He's able to get out just barely thanks to the pin. Goes back in, goes for the kill. AOG knocks him up. Oh, Boyet is alive. Hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, the arrow, dude.
Again, it's the arrows and Haji keeping them alive.
The KDA machine is back, dude.
What happened there? Falcons PH. It looked like they want to blitz, but then it was Falcons Meta just forcing the issue, finding the fight, throwing a ruin in the flicker. Caught Kyle.
Look at Haji, 4-0 already. With the Selena.
Ways for Falcons Meta to pull off a victory here, and it's through forcing these team fights. And Falcons PH gotta be ready for it. They can't be caught.
And it's not Zayu Senpai, even after all this time, huh? Man still gets heat after all this time.
Falcons Mena individually, you saw how Flap just had his eyes set on Boyet, and he was capable of dealing with him all alone. Enough to.
I feel like I should get a snack.
And on the other side,
but I don't know if I have any snacks. I already had snacks yesterday.
They're just something Falcons
and I'm kind of
fat. To really find a way around. Every single time a team fight breaks out, these arrows just interrupt.
Well, it looks like the decision has been made for me.
And so it builds up again. Kyle.
Alright, Kurol has also redeemed some hydration. Okay.
Make Boyet's life easy. Chases him under turret. Pops in the consecration as well. Classic Flap on the Uranus.
That's been the case
for
Boyet and Flap for the past 6
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna go get a snack. BRB.
Troll shows up. Fracture already used. Another episode trap. But Falcons men are holding on to this mid turret, but it feels like they haven't been able to move out of it as much.
Look at Kyle.
Kyle? Okay, he's onto Sano. SOG connecting as well. Crimson Beacon in! Troll doesn't land the kick onto Kyle, but he does find Haji. But do they have enough damage to deal with him? They finally get to shut him down here or not! They do, but even at the expense of Sano, they had to lose him just to take Haji down.
Usually I'd say it's going to be worth it for the Selena to pick up the Moskov, but he gave the Moskov a big bounty. That was a 4-0 Selena. Now gold given over to Sano. Falcons PH will still capitalize over this neutral objective. That's going to be free. But man, great targeting by Falcons. Man, I really thought they were just going to go for Kyle. In the end, Troll picked the right guy. He went straight for Haji, who had a bounty, who could actually, again, beat a turn for Falcons Mena.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was actually Kyle they were after all along. But at least in turn, I feel like this somewhat allows Falcons Mena a bit more room to go for more plays. It does grant a bit more wave control, but I think the fact that Sano has been forced to at least participate in the fights more frequently than we're used to seeing gold laners do is somewhat
slowing things down a bit for Falcons Mena. It's maybe also because Cuffin hasn't been having the best time in the early game, which is why they needed to compensate for damage in other departments. Oh, but Troll, he finds one. There goes the follow-up from Cuffin. They find the knock-up on Haji with the Lantern Flare, but the damage, it needs to come from Boyet. Iframes trying to dash out. A flicker from Flap, though. He doesn't let Boyet get away.
Okay, the first time is going to be worth it to get the kill on Haji because of the bounty, but the second time around for Boyet's life, not that worth it. But then you look at it again, and Falcons Meta were able to get a turret in mid lane. Luckily for Falcons PH, they also retaliate with a turret take. So in the end, it's Falcons PH who get the benefit of that trade, the advantage. Capsized Pauldron done for Sanji. That'll certainly help in their endeavors to fight around in these 5v5s against Super Marco.
Yeah, you know what reminds me of? When I see Sanji on the Alice, it just brings back memories, you know?
Yep.
It just brings back memories of Wildcard. But now it's a much bigger task at hand for Sanji. He does have to give up that turret, though.
At least it's not one of those wildcard games where Sanji went 0-7 on the Alice, right? It's a good game. Oh, arrow!
Oh, it's not a good game for Cuffin, though. That's for sure. Now that's the Throne of Ruin already forced out. He does land it onto multiple members and flickers out safely. And I guess they're just trying to buy more time. Look at what Sano's been trying to do on the Moskov.
They are able to get a tier 2 down below. The SOD doesn't land, and it's Falcons PH who are just getting the better trades. They get a kill off of that on Cuffin. They get a base turret as well. Falcons Mena only got the Holy Shield, but hold on.
Have I missed anything important?
The Moskov might be able to go for another turret.
Don't get the orange juice or chocolate
Sano
cake
just
from
gets
there.
the purple instead.
What?
There will be Haji to deal with the waves.
What do you mean?
Even the placements, just look
Okay,
at the
let's
placements of
see.
the traps. I'm
Yeah,
go
Falcons PH has a pretty big goal lead, looks like.
Just play around their
Oh, Haji has actually died a couple times though, so no more KDA machine.
Ooh, it's been so tough.
But yeah, Kyle and Super Marco seem to be farming very good. Yo, Super Marco is 2 levels up on Sano, damn. Okay.
Go in aggressively has been a struggle because the
and Kyle is 3 levels up on Boyet.
Let's take a look at the equipment here so far in the game.
Okay, I have decided to let myself indulge a little bit.
In between the gold laners, that means Super
I got some chips.
ahead in the Swift Trinity build. Sano
Can you call them chips?
Able to pick up the DHS. That makes it Swift Trinity.
They call it a corn snack.
Conceal from Oakland.
They still have their clear. Oh, Spirit missing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That knocks him back, but they'll have to let go of their
It's been a while since I had some chips, so I figured, why not?
About to go down.
I'm already fat anyway. Oh my god, that arrow! Holy shit.
The damage from Kyle is insane. Falcons Mena at least.
I haven't seen those in a long time. Yeah, I think like I don't remember where we got him. I can't remember if we bought them or if like my dad got them from like a vending machine. Sorry, not a vending machine. A claw machine. There was a while back where my dad was absolutely obsessed with claw machines and he would just keep getting snacks from claw machines and bringing them home. So we had way too many snacks at home. That was a big Throne of Ruin. But still not enough. There's just no damage right now, it looks like, because Falcons Mena are a bit too far behind in gold.
Super Marco. Oh, that made me nervous.
Those claw machines are so not worth it. Actually, my dad's kind of good at it. Like he knows how to look at like he's done it enough that he knows how to look at a claw machine and think like, oh, I can get food out of this one. He only does it for the food one though. Like he doesn't do it for like plushies or whatever because the plushie claw machines are big scams. Those snacks are like 50 cents. I mean, yeah, if you get them wholesale or something, but if you buy them in like supermarkets or convenience stores, they end up being more pricey anyway.
I gotta say, Flap's been doing
even if you waste a pull of like RM1, you're still losing money. I guess. I mean, you get joy. That's the important thing. You know, you have to remember, you get a bit of joy out of it too. You know, the feeling of knowing that you beat the machine. Bullshit. Darren has very strong feelings about them, about claw machines. I agree for plushies, but I think for food, if you know what you're doing, it is possible. Meanwhile, you look at plushies from claw machines like this fellow right here, and yeah, they rack up a lot. On average, you waste like maybe RM2 to 3 to get a 50 cent food. Well, not my dad actually. My dad can get like multiple like food or drink with a single pull sometimes.
Additional range will help him to clear even more. Wishing Lantern already done with
Like
Ice
he's
Queen 1.
done it enough that
And it's just a Melfic.
he's actually pretty good at it.
Oh my god, 2 items difference between the junglers. Kyle has a Sky Piercer, even though it's only on 10 stacks, and an endless battle. So that's going to be true damage that Sanji, Troll, and Cup.
Maybe he's built different, be the crane type shit. He wasn't in the beginning.
On the road of onto building a.
But then he just kind of learned.
That's Sanji.
Yeah, I get the SpongeBob reference. But then again, these days, what isn't a SpongeBob reference?
Falcons secure this mid.
Also, good morning, Lilo.
He gets to find the Lantern players onto flat, but he doesn't care. He's just gonna go in.
I was wondering where you went off to.
They're looking to take out all the remaining base turrets, but the damage from Super Marco.
It's just there. It's just a bit of poke. Falcons meta know that they cannot fight, and the reason they gave the mid turret is because they would rather lose mid and top, no problem, over their last side lane turret. Falcons PH don't want to take this down.
This Troll finds something here. Oh, it's Ogun who goes in first.
Oh, the arrow! It hits the Moscow! Oh my god!
But all the while that's been happening, the rest of his members have been falling too. Boia dealing a bit more damage than we expected him to. And it's been 3 members of Falcons PH going down so far. Placing to a cancel now. Winter Crown just in time. And the BMI. Super Marco.
Damn, Falcons Mena actually held that.
That was insane. The arrow looked like it was going to land on Cuffin, but he popped in the Crimson Beacon, so it actually landed on Sano instead. In the end, Falcons PH still took a fight under turret. Look at this
She
again.
is back. Time to fade the obscurity. Do you only chat when Lilo is not here?
Look, Sano was left to deal with the Abyssal Arrow. Haji got it. Yes, Sanji got a massive set. But damn, fighting under turret against this composition still super difficult. It was just so difficult for Super Marco to find a target to actually attack as well, just because of the iframes. Great cancel though on Troll. Amazing Jeet Kundo. Purple buff steal for Boyet, finally.
Wait, did he? Or is it? Because I think I see a purple buff in.
Oh, Kyle secured it? Kyle secured it. Okay.
Got it.
I thought it was a take with a red tree. Both of them red tree.
Both of them. That was close. It's still a 7k gold lead though for Falcons PH. So we saw how
7k gold lead is still pretty sizable at this point.
Right under their turret, so it's still not looking as great for them.
I'm just basically eating popcorn now while watching.
Things could have been different if only
very
Sano
salty
didn't
popcorn.
Go down there. Maybe if they only had a bit more damage to rely on to execute the team fight.
Ouch.
But even Sanji's just starting to feel the damage from the fractures.
Kyle took it away. The orange buff with the retribution. With
hey, wait, guys!
Knows that Falcons meta cannot blitz this Lord. So
how many of the Sanjis are left?
Suffocate.
I know that Liquid Sanji is gone.
Top wave
hold on, which team had the third Sanji again? I forgot.
The Troll is looking for the play. Abyssal Arrow.
Oh shit.
He gets caught by an arrow! He uses the Way of the Dragon just to push the other members away, but he will not survive. Crimson Beacon out just so Cuffin lives too. And that's pretty much it. Falcons.
Did SRG win?
Guaranteed Lord.
Yet again, it's Falcons PH, man. Controlling
they created
the
history.
Falcons meta have only had one neutral objective. A say, only had one say onto the neutral objective. All the time it's just been Falcons PH with a burst on the double season hunter. Ogwen with the flank.
With no base turrets left, this isn't looking too good for Falcons meta. Majority of their wave clear is just really
what that means?
Sano.
You can kind of guess.
Trying to sync up the waves. This is gonna be tough. You have to expect Abyssal Arrows everywhere, and looking at the items. Okay.
They won tickets to fly back to Malaysia. They sure did.
Still needs one more item, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get it in time. Wind of Nature for Sano. Oh, actually he gets a Sea Halberd. There you go. Full items on the damage dealers of Falcons meta.
Okay, just in time for the fracture.
Damn, this is chaotic. I cannot tell what's going on, and it's not because I'm eating chips.
Doesn't have the Winter Crown. Does he get Palace?
Wait, hold on. Sano's actually doing good damage back there. Oh, but the Lord is still alive. The crystal's still open.
Ends game 1 right here.
It was a full defense for Falcons meta the whole game, from start to finish. Falcons PH though able to stay consistent, constantly throw in these attacks at the base, sieging it through. And the last one, it looked a bit dicey with those health bars a couple of times.
Lost the Onyx for the first time. Yeah, you're right, actually.
At the end of the day, that Lord, those members, that front line from Falcons PH, and those dang arrows.
Team Falcons PH, our last hope.
Too much for Falcons Mena to handle.
I would like to say that's so sad, but we're in the same boat. Vamos is our last hope.
PH, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The Selena, if it's open again, I want the Kadam machine on it again.
It posed a lot of questions for us.
But yeah,
and even the panelists, I think, had
the Selena really was a huge problem.
The arrows actually land, but in the scenario, you said it, it were only absolute arrows that came in from Haji. Complete control over the map.
What? That was not supposed to be a killing trade.
This one too. This one, the highlight for Haji. He got the most important person in that team fight, which could have potentially turned things around for Falcons Mena. And man, we were thinking
Kadam machine versus KDA machine.
But look at what happened here.
What do you think is a better name?
We'll know exactly what happened from the panel. Let's ask the panel to break down this game number 1 for Falcon versus Falcon.
Thank you. It's a battle of the skies, as they said, and it was PH who took the win in this one. Falcons happy about that. You see Kyle and Flap rejoicing in their victory, and guys, Renmar, Gideon back in the stage.
I like Gideon's coat.
It's just been a fun time.
What kind of coat is that?
Again, this one looking good for Philippines, but also just really looking good for the pacing of this game, which was pretty. I mean, I'll let you put the word. What's a word you would use to describe this victory?
What's a good word for Haji here? I mean, Mirko already mentioned absolute.
Okay, yeah.
So I think we can play around that.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah, absolute.
Yeah.
It's absolute Haji. It's like a limited edition comic book run, which were just five issues of this bangs, perfect ending. Let's not do that again because that was way too good. I don't see Falcons Mena letting this leader through ever again.
No, absolutely not. Considering that the lineups, I was leaning more into Mena's side because it's just easier to execute overall, while Falcons still have to make sure, as Falcons PH in this case, has to make certain decisions of how do we actually influence it. We're probably going to be
ping pong coach.
Here, I would imagine there's so
I don't think that's what it is. But you're also not wrong.
Made sure that Falcons Mena, unfortunately,
probably sponsored by RRQ Shop. That is true. He has been sponsored recently.
They are in that firing line.
To be honest, the Selena, I mean, has looked good every time she's been picked. Uranus getting higher and higher in terms of prioritization. Obviously, Bellark banned early, but that allowed the Uranus to show what he's done. And I don't know, I'm starting to like the Nolan. This is looking really good. We're starting to get deeper into the evolution of this draft. I know when Falcons Mena go back to the drawing board, they're going to say, we probably can't let this happen. We'll probably target ban. You would expect a potential Selena, but Renmar, I know you've got some telestration lined up for us. I want to hear you lead us into it on the back of these highlights and also talk about what
if
we
we
saw.
see this again, it should be a Falcons PH game. So at the very least, Philippines will still have one representative. Hold on.
We saw here, I feel like because of how much, dare I say, squishier the heroes are, easier to kill the heroes are in this current metagame. Of course, with the Assassins making a comeback and then the EXP leaders being the main sources of just tankiness alongside the roamers, depending or not whether you get a pick off, it is so devastating to lose one that Nolan looks so good in this current metagame. We're gonna play this out, and this is an example of what Gideon mentioned of how dangerous it is to step up. Look how far Falcons will continue this push. They're gonna be willing to give up the little bit of control they have in the bottom lane just for sheer focus and will to break down the first
Falcons is good and all, but I think Falcons is better than Falcons. Yeah, I agree with you, Baby Water. I also think Falcons is better than Falcons. But then again, Falcons is not bad, you know. And then Falcons is pretty strong. And then Falcons likes to play this specific style, you know, which kind of messes with the other Falcons. And then like the Falcons are Falcons.
Before you end this, can I ask a question? Sure. How do you feel about the Moskov far on the right side there when the team's defending? Is that a good decision?
You see a lot of teams with the Moskov want to do this.
Yeah,
they want to open up the map on the other side.
Okay.
And then if ever Falcons had an error here, here and they didn't get Coffin, maybe let's say they were a little bit too aggressive with trying to get that tower down, they weren't patient, then the Moskov comes in with an SOD, yeah, and it turns the fight around. Now we go into the second one, and I feel like this was this was already a big lead.
I'm gonna queue for another quick thing while we wait for the next match to start.
Haji was the biggest question for this one, and he answered this absolutely. It was pointed out by the casters. Ogun gets that double taunt, but Haji will also commit the flicker just to finish this off.
Curious. My friends are all missing from FF today.
You envision how it would go good for Falcons Mena, where you see it's a huge immobilizer.
Especially the mid laner for Falcons. He's so goated. He is.
Other members of Falcons over here.
But then, like, we can't call him goated because you know Falcons eat goats. I think, or was that like eagles? I know that some big birds do actually eat goats.
Before the other members of Falcons Mena will be able to get out and join that fight. But the problem is here for Falcons Mena, pointed out by Gideon as well, they were just lacking the firepower and they needed the help of the turret to do really well with this. But even with the help of the turret, it was still a trade that went very well for Falcons, and they lost members.
I think goats are a bit too heavy. No, actually, I think it is possible for like especially some of the bigger birds.
The flicker from the Cho, which would open up options for them for the next 2 minutes. So in the end, that was still a win.
Someone is eating someone. Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, we can say that.
Reality check that they just didn't have enough to be at a good
The Falcons are eating something.
Here too. I'm going very in depth. Could you bring that back up real quick? I wanted to say something about it. If you can, no problem. No problem. Right. It was a 15 Moskov going against a lot of level 12s, 13s, 14s, but 0 kills.
Yeah.
So this just indicates that despite the Moskov pushing and trying to get what he's supposed to do, he was still being completely out-farmed by Super Marco.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because again, it's about how much actual money is on the map at one time. There's a couple of ways you can get it, from kills, which unfortunately Falcons don't have access to, the lane, or even jungle creeps. And out of those things, Super Marco can hit 2 lanes, 3 lanes at the same time, clear up the enemy jungle while they're doing it.
This is like saying Agnes is better than Agnes because Agnes wanted Hong Kong, how Agnes wants
especially they needed this turret specifically to deal damage, because unfortunately for poor Moskov did not have 3
They
items
circled the frog.
So that's the
Falcons do eat. Do they eat frogs?
Point because you look at like
I say this like I know what I'm talking about. I do not. I do not watch National Geographic and all of that shit.
But it helps to understand what went right, what went wrong, and what has to go right next time around. Obviously, that gold lane matchup really important. And for a character, you know, like Claude to be winning at that high level, and obviously not having a great win rate.
But my favorite character
to me,
is
I think
Subaru.
that seems like they did not do enough in that
from the
matchup
romance
to really put
anime.
pressure on them.
Subaru. I don't even know what Subaru is from what romance anime.
I'm gonna bring in some favorite basketball.
By the way, who do you support? Falcons or Falcons?
Sometimes the pick and pop is a little bit too difficult to stop, especially I didn't mean for that. The pick and pop is tough to stop.
I support the Falcon that's playing better. So Falcons.
There was one play there that was just so unashamedly Team Falcons PH. The long stun on the Selena arrow, and they committed the ultimate of the Kato Kacha.
I think Falcons might win, but I don't know. Falcons is pretty strong too. Yeah. I agree. But then again, you know, Falcons is not bad. You know, it's just that Falcons has some issues with Falcons. You know, and that's why Falcons are able to, you know, take advantage of Falcons, you know, to do their Falcon thing. You know, Falcon it up in here. I feel like I sound like I'm censoring things now. It's starting to feel like we're using the word as some kind of like bleep.
One step ahead, either having traps for vision, more importantly, sending in supports to cover that side.
Yeah, and since we're still on basketball, the balls on Team Falcons PH.
Come on, man.
They were honest with it, man. Nolan, Selena.
Okay, my thing popped. Okay, hold on.
Man, we're good.
I was gonna do some quick content in FF once again while we wait for the next match to start. Oh yeah, this one should be pretty fast. Old content. FF stream, yeah. Oh, Lila was asleep earlier, so she didn't see. I already did like some FF content earlier while I'm waiting for the match to start. That's why I just had FF on in the background. Wait, since both... Hold on. I need to make sure I don't get whacked by shit. Since both Falcons are playing, why not enter Smart Falcon into the conversation? Well, because they're not here. Damn, that guy got F. Well, sorry I was sleeping. No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just telling you. Don't assume that I'm attempting to blame someone just when I say something, yeah? I am a nice dodo. Smart Falcon is gonna support Falcons. Yeah, Falcons will be endorsed by Smart Falcons. It's gonna be the Fall collab. You're a nice dodo today. What do you mean today? Do you not think I'm always nice, dodo? We're all about to get turned into ice. And then the music drops. Woohoo! Beautiful? Yeah, honestly, FF is just like very well designed. Oh, I almost got F, holy shit. If I stood a little bit more, if I stood a little bit wrong there, I would have gotten F. Alright, very nice, very quick, very simple. Okay. Alright, we're in the draft. Nice timing. Let me turn up the sound in FF once again. Bring back the YouTubes.
Falcons meta. They liked how it worked.
And also bring back
which is a dangerous
my chips.
The Claude, that's an early cryo. Gideon, you're
I'm
questioning
surprised.
that?
I'm very surprised because now they can pick up Beleric on their side and even look to actually secure their mid lane down. Maybe this could be like an attack, right? This is a hidden attack. I'm saying if we finish our first three, we get to the second phase, we're looking at your gold laner if you don't pick it up in the first three.
But isn't Beleric Eudora too good here to pass up? Or would you...
That is the trap that a lot of...
Whoa! Never mind.
Why are we shifting it now?
Yeah, why?
This is our third level. These teams have done this before to each other, it feels like.
I think we don't see their jungler just yet. They might keep the option open
I think they need to
put the Sakai into the jungle or roam, and then you pick up the Eudora here, as mentioned by Rain. Then,
whoa!
They're going.
Hey, this is
whoa!
Some beef.
Bedtime. Good luck, Falcon. All right. Have a good night, Sakura. Thanks for dropping by today.
For that sole purpose. Is it questionable? Absolutely.
Man.
Hope you enjoyed joining us.
To the flex option instead of showing it right away.
I agree, but at the same time, I think they also recognize that, you know what? There's a pretty good chance that Bulletproof Marco is going to do Bulletproof Marco things and try and dominate that side of the lane. So at least let's affect it by forcing him to take a Purify. That's number one. The second thing is, I don't know how they're going to play the early game now, because now that Akai has kind of revealed themselves alongside
Sakura cheer, thank you for the 1 bit, Sakura. Oh wait, no, 5 bits. 5 1 bits.
Right?
Thank you very much, Sakura.
That with Hirara, you want to set up
much appreciated. Oh wait, I'm blocking the draft.
Okay.
Wow.
They go ahead and pick up.
Why did no one tell me I'm blocking the draft?
There's one pick right now that Falcons Meta needs to ban, and that's the Valentina. If the Valentina gets through, this is gonna be really tough for Falcons Meta.
Ooh, excuse me. Thank you, Sakura. Much appreciated.
This is his signature hero in MPL Philippines Season 17.
Have a very good night. I'll see you on next stream.
He's just gonna be looking at 2. Heavy Spin and the Way of the Dragon.
Yeah.
With just those 2 ultimates, it changes the image of team fights to favor Falcons PH more.
This is an interesting one, guys. I mean, I thought a lot of things. Now, who knows what we think. But of course, the Valentina looks like a pretty smart ban. A lot of really good ultimates on the side with control for Falcons meta. Just showing you a little bit here. The Hirara stolen and the Uranus stolen. So swap there. The Selena no longer involved in a major prioritization in the Claude and the Cho.
I think Falcons PH might let the Harith through because they still have an option to play a glue roam if ever.
Yeah, glue roam is also pretty good. I'm also thinking whether or not they need to get rid of the Lilia at this point, because again, these are very like picks that kind of signal what they think is going to be a problem for their final comp at the end of the day. And the peel is good. Not to mention, I mean, there's still also the Zushin that they could have picked up later on the line, get a nice Queen's Wand, and then still peel off this tanks. So the question is, do you want to peel them, or do you want to be a legitimate threat?
We could potentially be looking at the final game of the group stage here.
Here for the mid lane. For the gold,
unless Falcon is able to make something happen. But then again, if Falcon makes something happen, then it will be the last game.
Prolific heroes, Moskov, Bruno, and if you're a Bruno player, that means you also play Brody. So you have 3 picks to choose from, and Falcons needs to be very careful with what they show at Red 4, because that'll make the choice so much easier for Falcons.
We don't talk about Bruno in my house.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
We're big Encanto fans. My daughter cannot stop singing it.
Until now, it's been a while. Hey, look, it is really catchy. It is super catchy.
Come on, man. Lin-Manuel Miranda, come on.
Looking at these final bans, though, I think this
Damn,
one's a really,
has
really
none
tough choice for Mina. At this stage, you've kind of gotten rid of like the big team fight ultimates, and now that you're also getting rid of one more, you've opened up the Valentina this time round. But do you really want to spin Beyblades against the Akai, or like how are we doing this?
Spin it. You get the Valentina, then you get the glue. Because with the Minotaur ban, I feel like that's a huge signal that they're going to be going for a
there it is.
Harith. They close it up with, I guess, Harith, and then...
Harith Zushin, but that wouldn't be enough damage unless they play like early game Akai invades.
Here's the question. What problem have they addressed from game 1 so far? And I'm talking Falcons meta, but what problem are they potentially letting go with this draft?
The fact that some of their biggest ultimates are going to be also in the hands of Falcons and covering what Falcons needs in their draft.
Did they address something in last game, though?
The Uranus.
Okay.
The Uranus was answered.
One, at least they get to control at one side of the map to actually sandbag it, right? But in terms of tempo, I don't think they've answered it just yet. I think they still are going to have a bit of a tempo problem here, but you've already got at least the Cho to help that out. The Moskov as well. Okay, totally fine.
Zushin.
There's the Jushin. Okay. And now we have like a strong, solid mid trio that's very, very hard to punish.
Glue? I think it's just glueable,
for sure. For sure, right? What else? Well, I mean, what other supports do we have to think about at this stage, other than maybe like the Hilda Max? And even then, it's like not the greatest. You're only going to play it around Super Marco and also the Hirara.
Yeah. Energy on stage. Sometimes you got to mention it. It's actually caught on this cam. Some daps. The coach is going back. I mean, it felt like they liked their draft.
Yeah, it's solid. It goes back to the identity of Falcons meta. You get Boyet on the utility jungle. You get Sano on a signature hero, and of course, it's the Gato. Just every time when I think it's going to be something different, it's just a Gato Gacha again.
But I can't clear waves. Gato shows up once more. But both sides have very similar idea of how their compositions want to work. The early game is
Gato
where
Gacha is still a very safe role to play.
Can set up that early snowball in that first blood. If not, I think as
I wonder if we're going to be seeing the Beyblade battle here with the Valentina stealing Akai ult.
As long as I hold my ultimate,
Valentina is basically just going to steal Akai ult or Cho ult, I guess. You could steal Zushin ult for safety, but then like feels like a waste.
But can they apply enough pressure to get ahead and snowball, especially if they get in this position where they are down and almost out? One game to tie it up or one game to send them home. Team Falcons PH on the verge of victory. Let's send it back over here.
Falcons mana kind of lack damage.
Where they might find themselves in the knockout stage.
Hold on, let me look at it again.
We go into the Ladder Dawn. Falcons mana backed onto a wall. On the brink of elimination, they rely back on their main identity that won them the wild card. Boyet on utility, Sano
oh yes,
carry.
You are right.
I was about to say it's comfort going.
All of their damage comes from Moskov.
In this very
so if Moskov dies,
they're currently in a do or die up against Falcons PH.
Falcons dies.
Alone have seemed to figure out what has been lacking.
That is a
them
very
in the
risky
previous
toy.
series here in MSC. You see how they've been very proactive in setting the tempo, and now that they're on a Hirara, it's all the more reason for them to do the same.
I feel like Falcon might need to consider putting a bit more roam pressure on the gold lane, because like they've got pretty survivable heroes everywhere else. It's so important for Sano to come online this game that I feel like they should honestly try to babysit him a little bit.
A full clear plus a gold crab will be a bit better than the lethal plus semi-full clear because he didn't.
You made a Uma MLBB meme.
And, let's see Falcons men up to play the mid differently.
Oh my
this
god.
Time, earlier it was a clear
I
struggle
see,
for
I
them
see.
to just rotate out of
I
it.
see the
Once again,
meme.
you see Troll on the
I see the concept. Very good. Very good.
Have the spear wave clear and you tend to win it out because right now Falcons, you don't really sense where Kyle is just yet. Cookfin might just get caught here. There goes the flicker. Forced out again just before the objective spawns.
Falcons PH are just so good at this. Right now it's 2 times. First time it was Haji on the Selena who's forcing it. Haji.
Okay, he gets caught there. Fortunately has a dash, so he will get away, but
Ooh.
Troll is actually going for it. First blood
Good
on
shit.
Falcons Mena. And isn't this great? They have an Akai in their side, and they take out the mid from Falcons PH right before the objective.
They bet out the flicker of Cuffin, but yeah, that's definitely way more worth it for Falcons Mena. They're able to pick up the kill. Just when I was about to say, Cuffin needs to be way safer up against the assassin. We see Haji step forward a bit too far, and now it's Sanji who's zoning them away.
Unbreakable
that was close.
Sanji flickers out. Troll trying to look for something.
Falcons Mena in control. Sanji gets the turtle.
Sanji actually creates enough and also secures the objective for
Heavy
himself.
spin.
Used
Defensive play.
The SOD does land, but Falcons Mena, I think it's a clear re-engage from them this time.
There's a reason Falcon. Oh, Troll!
Whoa, Troll!
Re-engage once again.
Whoa!
Falcons Mena, they find Ogwin.
Not bad, honestly.
But that's the heavy spin copied by Haji. They're not gonna proceed with a fight.
A 1-for-1.
But yeah, Falcons Mena is definitely lacking damage.
Sanji.
Oh, that's remembers. He's not gonna get out of that. It's Kyle providing the damage. And so it somehow equalizes the trade. 2 for 2 now on the board for Falcons, PH
Now,
and Mena.
You're right. It's 2 for 2 now. It's just a neutral objective diff. And hey, believe it, Falcons PH to be able to come back from what looked to be a great play from Troll. But we see now why Falcons Mena were able to win the wild card with the utility jungle. It just seems so different from last game where they were playing the Hirara, playing the new meta. Doesn't really suit them, right?
Yeah.
Go back to your trump card and then play around Sano. Marco with Blazing Duet.
Okay, it does get the gold crab. It's a small win. And yeah, I feel like the pacing changes overall when Falcons Mena are just on these kinds of lineups. Cuffin and Troll seem to be playing a much more confident game, while it also probably goes hand in hand with the fact that they are up against a matchup which...
Falcons Mena has always played more of a PH style as well, with the utility jungle and all that.
Potential with the Abyssal Arrows just falling all over the place. But Ogwen now below half HP, does have the AOG still. Not going to use it just yet though. But that's clear control for Falcons Mena so far here in mid.
It's all about mid-prio whenever you have the utility jungle. Same playstyle from the wild card again. Boyet every single time after full clear goes into mid, consistently helps to get that mid-prio to secure these neutral objectives. Down below, it's Flap who wins out the XP crap battle, and it just seems like we're setting up for this neutral objective. Ooh. Great read by Falcons PH though. They know when it comes to the 50-50 around the neutral objectives, it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
They have to look for a win elsewhere, but they can't look for that trade up top. Sano's playing too safe.
They spot Kyle already. They know Kyle's already within the area. Knockups from the Lantern Flare. Troll trying to look for a target.
Falcons Mena actually doing a pretty good job here with the zoning. They are very bulky, so they have the ability to do this. How is it Sanji getting the turtle over and over again?
Falcons Mena, Flap and Haji trying to chase after Boy, and Heavy Spin already committed. And Troll, both Troll and Cuffin just get to protect their
Oh, Kyle trying to steal the buff though. They know Boyet is low. That's Sano's
Shoot
there.
away from it. Conceal coming down now. Ogwen wants to take control over this purple buff. But yes, Sanji secures the neutral objective. Falcons Mena again with the Akai. Pulling a win over the neutral objectives, but that's what it's meant to do, this composition.
Yeah.
Now we have to go back to the fact that Falcons PH, they can still scale, but so can Falcons
Looks like
Mena.
Uranus
So
is once again one of the best EXP laners.
Rather, it's a way to stay neutral.
When you play Assassin meta, Uranus just wins out. The funny thing is, they're not playing Assassins here. They're playing tank jungle with Uranus.
Falcons Meta are able to keep the gold lead from staggering out of control. It's a-okay. It's back to Falcons Meta playing their signature game.
Yeah, but I think Falcons PH are too good at keeping it really under control. It's not growing into any significant lead just yet. Falcons Meta, they're not able to convert it into any structures, and so we see that the lead is something you don't really get to feel, at least for now in this game. But that's a really high cut for Sanji. There's a response coming out from Falcons PH this time just because of that, and he will
That's a dead Uranus.
down. That's another kill over to Kyle, or actually the first kill. The second one.
This is honestly not the best for Falcons Meta though.
People down into the bottom lane. That means a turret.
Like the net worth difference is still even. And Falcons PH has a better late game scaling than them. So they really can't afford to be even. They need to be winning.
It might be the pickoff, but he has the Jeet Kundo. He is gonna survive.
And no turret for Falcons Meta.
Okay.
And Sano doesn't really seem to be out farming Super Marco either.
That turret from going down, but now it's Boyet up top. Kyle onto the neutral objective first. Same level. It's 9-9.
Sanji already using the consecration, trying to get some info. Troll gets revealed here, and Kyle for the first time actually secures the objective away from Falcons Meta. The SOD did land, but I don't think Falcons Meta want to commit to a fight just yet.
Nope, not just yet. Not until Sano gets the 3-item power spike. But again, it'll be the same for Marco. Wait a second. No, Sano will be able to get a turret down below, so that makes it quite
Super Marco is out farming Sano, even despite everything.
To get compensation off of these trades, right? Falcons Meta are trying their darn best to get some trades on the map. But Falcons PH always refuse for it to be an equal trade. It's always a kill on top of it, a neutral objective on top of a structure. And that's why they are the ones with the 1,000 gold lead, despite Falcons Meta's hold onto the 2 turtles.
Yeah, I wanted to say it looked equal, but then I looked at the gold lead and it's, for some reason, not. Falcons are the ones getting a better hold of this.
Look at Marco.
Oh, again.
Yeah, this Claude is causing a lot of issues. He's just farming everywhere.
Structures around the map.
Okay, I'm gonna toss this out to wash my hands.
They are able to push up top. It was basically broken at top. So low. Just needed one more minion. Little strike down from the Winion. But now it's back to the scaling game. Wait a second, wait the dragon.
They find Flap. Do they have damage though? That's a really good AOG from Owen just to stop them in their tracks. Crimson Bee got out from Cuffin, and now they might have to run away. They wanted to go for Flap, interestingly enough. But the damage again, I think it's a question mark.
And again, even in that skirmish that looked like Falcons Meta were the ones being proactive, it was Sano who had to burn the flicker.
SOD, he actually escapes. Whoa, Sano with that play. Okay, at least they don't hand over more and more advantage to Team Falcons PH.
Not gonna lie, that was kind of clean with it. Great escape, man, against 4 members of Falcons PH. Any normal player would just be like, all right, I'm dead. But Sano refuses to play safe gold lane. He is the definition of play safe gold lane. He knows if 4 members are coming up, how to handle them. Up top though, Marco's gonna try to build a slow push, and Falcons Meta won't actually be using Moskov, Sano. Oh,
yeah, he's here in mid, and because they need the damage, they pin down Owen, they want to burst him down. Flap goes in with a falling star move, and Crimson Beacon
Sano gets a kill, but we can see that he just doesn't have enough damage still.
From the side.
Oh, Kyle in trouble. Can they get the kill on Kyle? Flicker forward. Are you afraid the Sano goes down?
The kill on Kyle, but Marco going in. This might just be the turnaround. Boyet stays alive for too long.
Ooh, this is not good for Falcons Meta. But then again, Falcons PH has lost a lot of things. The problem is Super Marco is the one surviving. They need to pick off the Claude.
It ended up being
because the Claude is gonna single-handedly take them apart later on.
2,000 gold lead for Falcons PH, now crumbling down to 1.7k, and you see again in the skirmish, Falcons Meta really utilizing that man advantage for a while. Thank God for Haji getting that angle to go for the pin on Sano, because if not, it would have been a bad fight for Falcons PH to take. Marco was just way too late in the skirmish. Again, Selena, Valentina, it just seems like it's Haji who's holding down Ford.
Yeah, it looked like a really good entry from Kyle too, but the fact that the damage didn't really land onto anyone was just so unfortunate. Okay, it's different this time, yes.
Moscow going for the
So
split
they might have a bit
push.
more
Are they gonna
advantage.
try and
Falcons
contest
PH, though,
this?
They go in for the engage. Sanji already very
Oh, they got the kick. They got a big kick. Hachi goes down. No Valentina. Heavy spin going to be used as well. Lord dropping low. Sano picks up the turtle. The tower. Lord will be secured. Oh, but Flap with the double. Triple kill for the Esme. And Moskov is just gonna try to go for the inhibitor tower. He's gonna try and sacrifice himself for the tower, but he's just not gonna be able to get it, dude. Because he already knows that he can't get home in time.
And the kill goes over to Super Marco.
What a crazy sequence of events. They tried to go for the 4v5. Initially, it looked good.
The spear of destruction. Oh, he missed the spear. Oh no, no wonder.
That was supposed to win them out the red tree battles.
He wanted to join the fight, but he missed the spear. So he had to make a choice. He thought he could take the inhib, but he couldn't.
To get a tier 2, but they wanted more. And in the end, now they might lose a base turret because of it.
Yeah, they desperately wanted that because they lost on the objective fight. They wanted something, but now it's Falcons who is trying to set up something with the AOG troll. Finding a target.
Oh, the kick! They found Kyle! That's a big pickoff! Blazing Duet used defensively. Hold on, this is a chance? This is a chance for Falcons Mena? But Flap is so difficult to burn through.
But Troll is yet to fall. Sanji is still alive too. Falcons Mena, none of them are going down.
Marco gets the Melfic gun. He's so confident. Kyle gets
Damn.
taken out, but there is
Honestly,
no
well
bounty, so
played
it's
by
A-OK.
Falcons Mena there.
Can still chill even after that skirmish. Oh my god, it's just back-to-back fights. Falcons Mena now. It's all about scaling again for Sano. The Melfic gun already for Marco, so now it's Sano waiting for his own Melfic gun. Let's take a look at the items real quick.
Falcons, well played. You are correct.
Next. I thought maybe there's a possibility.
Definitely well played by Falcons.
Just looking at the amount of damage that Falcons PH have on him. But yes, he needs the range. He needs to be able to dish out the damage when his
Sky Piercer and Kyle, Sky Piercer and Coffin.
Ridiculous, 1,500.
Probably not many stacks on either of them, especially since Kyle just died earlier as well. Good pick off.
Sano gets completed. Now it's damage on
Yeah,
Troll.
Super Marco is starting to really hurt.
Okay. Off Boyet. Boyet still got it with the red tree. Kyle had his red tree on cooldown.
At this point, it's just the mid-duo of Falcons Mena who are slightly ahead, and it's not even a significant lead. It's just that they had a bit more advantage, and you saw that, I mean, from the early up until the current point that we're at here in this game, and that's a Sky Piercer on Coffin too, so I guess it's at least successful scaling that you see from Falcons Mena at this point onwards. It's just that maybe the decisions should be something they really take into consideration.
It's not impossible still for Falcons Mena to maybe keep themselves in this, but it really all comes down to the Moskov, and Super Marco is already max level. He has been clearly farming a lot more efficiently.
This looks great. Oh, Marco low though.
Oh, boy,
He did take a lot of poke damage there, but he'll just heal back up over time by hitting things. The Beyblade comes through, Spear of Destruction will connect. And Sano will be able to join the fight this time around to get the kick. AOG comes through to try and save Flap. Super Marco going ham. The Claude is unlocked. He's taken out the 2 tanks. And now Falcon's gonna try and stop them from going back home. Sano in a bit of a tough spot.
He's still trying to survive, but Kyle will find Troll.
Falcons PH played the long game in that skirmish. They got the Lord. It looked great for Falcons Mena as they got one man down straight up. But it wasn't enough in the end. Falcons PH waited for the resources to be spent, to be burnt down. Then they re-engaged. Marco on the claw. That blazing duet and the clutch factor you have when you have Mr. Bulletproof in your team. It's just ridiculous. Now, Falcons PH, you're gonna be looking for the
damn.
Okay, that's
holy shit! That blazing duet damage! Oh my god! The Moscow's gone! Falcons Mena has no damage without him! And the Lord is pushing in! That could be GG! Falcons Mena has no damage!
Falcons Mena, they had so much promise in the early for their mid, but now it's Kyle on a killing spree against Sanji!
Super Marco is just gonna go ham here! I think that's GG! Triple kill for Kyle, the Lord is alive! They're even gonna charge into the base! Maniac or Kyle!
Maniac 2, Falcons PH will advance to the knockout stage!
So it looks like the PH fans will still have one team at least.
The only team left representing their region, and they made it a 2-0 win against their sister organizations, Falcon MENA, Falcon PH. It was GG, well played. Only one Falcon can prevail, and today, it's the one from the Philippines.
Where has this Claude been? That's what I'm wondering, dude.
It's so weird.
Has everyone else playing Claude just not been playing him correctly? I thought that the hero was bad, dude. I thought that like, oh, Claude is just not doing any damage.
Partners even. This isn't the first time.
But I guess people just weren't playing him correctly because this is completely different than what we've been seeing before.
Reverting back to comforts, taking the risk, trying to play for Sano in the late game. But it didn't work out for them. Falcons PH seemed very much more polished compared to their previous performances here in this series.
Absolutely, they really fixed a lot of the errors that we saw in their match against Vitality here. They're finding their craft and playing it clean, not panicking. Especially here, you know, committing, making those decisions, the right ones, not hesitating a single time.
Congrats to Red and Blue Smart Falcon. I don't even know what the colors mean. But looks like we officially have our top 8 of MSC, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that it is not a top 8 that anyone would have anticipated.
Haji with the constant pins, these heavy spin steals, man. Wow, the Kadam machine.
Haji, Kadam machine, Selena, Valentina. He's definitely got it this time.
We're gonna throw it over to an interview on stage with Flop.
I wonder how much of a break there is going to be until the actual like draw for the knockout stage. Red and Blue. Oh, it's
back here on the international big
I guess I should have guessed, huh?
We feel really good to be back in
I didn't know that's what he meant.
It's a hell of a moment here.
I was trying to think like, is it the team colors? Is it like you know?
On in the knockouts, but you're also representing the EWC 2025 club champions. What does that mean to you as a person and as a team?
I think it means a lot because I need to win this one for my team and my
By the way, I don't know
so.
if you guys can hear me, like,
That's an
can
extra
hear
bit of
this
pressure
clicking
on
sound.
there, but you've got a lot of people
Do you
that are
guys
giving
hear
you
this
that
clicking
energy all the
sound
way from home.
sometimes?
So is there anything you'd like to say to the camera here to all the Filipino fans out there cheering for you?
Maraming salamat sa sumusuporta.
You can? I was wondering if you did. I got a new, a lot? Okay, yeah. I got a new fidget toy recently.
But you know what that means? It's time to crush a key. Come on over, my friends.
I got this new fidget toy that's basically a clicker. It's shaped like a hamburger.
Of MSC at EWC 20.
The camera doesn't want to focus. Okay, yeah, it's shaped like a hamburger. So you see, I can click it like that. It's quite nice to fidget with, you know, since I think we all fidget a little bit. But I guess you guys can hear the clicking.
But it's Falcons PH.
So I will try not to do that too much when I'm on stream.
For the Philippines, that get to crush. Guess what? Team Falcons is
Ooh.
on. Whoa, back. There it is. Congratulations, Team Falcons PH.
Damn, those keys. I kind of wonder what the keys are actually made of, too. Like, what kind of metal do they make the keys out of? Because, like, they have to make a lot of them, you know? For all the different games and teams.
And it's one Falcon that'll fly out of the nest.
And they're just crushing them.
There's gonna have to go back.
Obviously, they're not made out of gold, dude.
For their next bout.
I don't think they're that rich.
And that is our group stage, but that is only the beginning.
The group stage of MSC officially concludes, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's gonna be so crazy. And you know what? The group stages, it's such a roller coaster. The teams that we were expecting to smooth sail it all the way has unfortunately dropped. We lost the defending champions yesterday. Today we send home the 2024 champions. I honestly cannot believe this is how MSC 2026 is playing out, Milosh.
It just means that if you want to compete at the top level in MLBB, you have to constantly be
error
on
404.
your toes.
Look at him
It's
go.
The important thing here at the Esports World Cup is that everything is earned, right? You cannot just come in and assume that you'll be given the space. No, and that applies the same way to MSC 26. Every single point, every single moment has been earned by our victors. And from here on, we move on.
Go on with your softness because it's
But you know
easier
what's
to
gonna be
crush.
exciting about
Dude,
these knockouts,
they
Milosh?
are not
There's
making
lots. But yes,
100,
one
like
thing
hundreds
that could be a
of
possibility
solid
that
gold
for the
keys,
first
dude.
time in a very,
There's
very
no
long
way.
time, there is a high chance that we will be crowning a new region as the champions in MSC. And oh boy, I am excited for that.
It really gets you pumped up because then you think, hey, the crown is up for grabs for anybody, not just here, but it sets the tone for the future, right? M Series, MSC next year, but we're still in the here and now. And we have to decide how teams are going to be seated and playing up against one another next.
Look at that. Okay, so Vamos does have the fastest game win rate by 5 minutes.
Yes,
Or
sir.
wait.
So we have 2 seeded
Is that
here
5 minutes?
for
Yeah,
the
that's
draw.
5 minutes.
Seed 1 teams will pick from the Seed 2-2-1 bracket. And of course,
Now I'm
how
hungry
they are
because of the
allocated
Borgor.
is based on
The
their
Borgor
winning
toy.
game time. As you guys can see on your screens right now, Team Vamos is leading in the #1 position, followed by Yangon Galacticus, Team Vitality, and lastly, Aurora Gaming. Now, some people might ask, like, why do we have Aurora Gaming in the last place despite them having 2 9-minute and 40-second game? Simple. Their last match here in the group stages ended in a 2-1, which gave them
I see,
a
no
little bit more
wonder.
time. I
Because
think they could've
I
been
was like
easily
thinking about it.
#1
It's like,
if
huh,
it wasn't
doesn't
for that.
Aurora
Because
have
you're
the
trying to have
fastest game
cumulative
times? But
good
it's because they
performance,
didn't have
right? If
sweeps.
you're already moving out and having that first seed,
So Vamos
in
has a
what is
very
essentially
important
2
choice ahead
victories
of them.
in a row, then of
They
course
gotta
that
choose
adds to
between
it. But those are the seed
Falcons
ones. They're already
PH,
set up in
Pro
the final bracket.
Esports,
They're gonna have to choose from 4
Team
other
Spirit,
teams, and that's where our second
and
seed
Onyx.
comes in here in our draw show. So
Technically,
please join
they
me welcoming
could
to the
choose
stage
Spirit
our second
again
seeded
since they've
teams.
already beaten them before. But you could also argue that maybe Pro Esports might be the easiest. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Falcons with Ogwen and Falcons PH. That is, if you just missed the action, these 4, one of them will be picked first by one of our teams on the other side in the seed 1.
Yes, indeed. So, you know what? Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Let's
go.
call on the team seated in the first seed. We have Aurora Gaming, Lunar, Team Vitality Shogun, Yangon Galacticus, M-God, and Team Vamos Error 404.
Dude,
who looks
Error
like he's
is
the
so
tiniest among the
small.
bunch.
He packs a big punch. When
Error
he's in the game. I can
404
tell
is so
you
small
that
compared to
much.
everyone else, dude.
This
He's
is
so young.
quite simple because the running order is, as Rose mentioned, Vamos, Galacticos, Vitality, and Aurora. They'll be choosing one by one whoever is on the side that they would like to play.
He literally
against.
is a
They don't
kid,
really know
yeah.
what the others are planning on picking. So, Team Vamos will be the first one
All right.
to choose. So, Error, please join us on here.
Hello. How are you feeling today, especially knowing that you're the first to choose, which gives you an advantage?
Feels really weird because we got to pick first, you know, of all these strong teams.
You weren't expecting that, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so the moment of truth. Who will you pick in the second seeded team?
Team Spirit.
Whoa!
Oh,
okay. Kid
they're gonna
Bomber.
try again.
Kid Bomber.
They're gonna make the rematch happen.
Why Team Spirit?
Because I think we are really confident against them. Yeah.
That's a lot of confidence. Are you going to let him talk like that?
I mean, what should I say? He can say whatever he wants. We will see in the game.
All right, gentlemen, come on close. Come in. Stare down. Let's go. Face to
He's
face.
here.
Let's go.
Serious face on.
It looks like he's being bullied.
Good luck, everyone.
Gentlemen, please shake hands. Good luck. And you can move out.
The biggest
center
versus the
all
smallest.
the way to the middle. Our first matchup is set. As you saw it.
David versus Goliath. Yeah, it does have a bit of that feeling.
Ooh, that's gonna be a spicy one, but of course.
It's a
we
risk.
have
It's a
the
bold
next team.
choice. On one hand, Vamos has beat Spirit before. On the other hand, Spirit could have learned from that loss. So
Okay. How are you
there's
feeling
pros and cons to
about, the
picking.
remaining teams here.
Oh, they are so good. They should be the one in the doozy.
So, moment of truth. Who do you want to go up against?
I'm gonna choose Pro.
Pro esports.
Again, we are gonna have a rematch here.
Wow. Okay, Sa. I have to say this, man. He's asking for trouble.
It's okay. I'm looking for a rematch also.
Do you think you're gonna take him down this time, really, for done?
Let's see. Let's see.
All right, let's see, gentlemen, please.
Looks
One
like
more
we
time.
are having some
Up
rematches
close.
here.
Final words
I mean, we all
before get
expected
this show
Onyx and
rolling.
Falcons PH to be the last picked.
Good luck also.
I think.
Good luck. Shake hands, please, friends. We're not doing weigh-ins for this one, that's for sure. We're doing size-ups in the game itself. Our second game is set and ready. That's Pro Esports versus Yangon Galacticos.
Dude, that is crazy. Yangon Galacticos is the reason why they were even dropped to the lower bracket in the first place.
Revenge tastes so sweet.
Is it gonna be all rematches, you think?
So good. Yangon wants to do it twice.
That's the sort of moments we're looking for here. But we're left with only two options, but with only one team that can choose first, and that is Team Vitality. Join us up here, please.
All right.
Come on over, Shogun. Hello, sir.
I mean, Vitality
Are you nervous?
is probably not gonna pick Onyx,
Not
right?
really. So between these two,
They're
who
the
do you wanna
only
pick
ones
and
that
who do you
still
wanna
have two
leave
teams
with?
from the same region.
Over there.
I think we're gonna choose Falcon PH.
Falcons PH, come on in.
Why Falcons PH though?
We love greens.
They love them greens.
We love green.
They love the greens.
Oh, I mean, look, it's no secret, right? Team Falcons, Team Vitality in the club championship, they have a big rivalry. What do you have to say to this, man?
It's a rematch. Yeah.
It's gonna be all rematches,
We'll do your
dude.
best. All right, please come on in for one more face-off. I don't think people can keep a straight face and try not to laugh through this, but
Gwen, can you flex? Flex the Shogun. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, now we're talking.
all right, final words, gentlemen.
Good luck.
Good luck, Pre.
There you go. Shake hands, my friends. And off you go. That's a third game set up. Falcons versus Vitality. Not only in the context of MSC is that super cool, but in the context of the Esports World Cup Club Championship, that adds a lot.
That is
more
an
to it.
EWC
Overall,
classic.
just an
You are right
amazing
about
matchup.
that.
You know what? For the last matchup, come here, Luna.
Come here.
Come
So
here,
we
Luna.
got
Who do you wanna
Aurora,
That's a pretty
Turkey
hard choice for
versus
me, but
Onyx.
I will go with Onyx.
Yeah, so hard. Hardest question of the day.
Honestly, did you expect to pick them? If you had the choice, would you pick Onyx?
Either if you're first two, no, but if you're third, I think yeah.
Okay. There's a bit of praise on there. What do you got to say?
I just take my revenge.
Oh, it's all revenge matches in this coming knockouts.
What do you got?
For our group stage match, you also said revenge.
Oh, a little bit of flame thrown.
Final words, gents.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Please, you may leave us on the stage. There's love between all of our teams. That's a big part of the competition. But when we're walking in the server,
We need
it
players
is
to be more willing to taunt like that, man. It just makes things a little more
To
fun.
all the fans that are watching, the order that we pick the players and the teams today does not determine the final schedule for match day itself. So don't forget
Okay.
to wait for the official.
So wait, when
announcement.
does the group
That
stage
is
start?
It from us.
Does
on
it
the
just
main
like
stage.
start
For the
tomorrow?
group
Is there
stages,
any
but of course, we
break
have to throw it over to
before the
fans
group
to break
stage
down what
starts?
happened in this series and in this draw.
Thank you, Rose and Milos. What an exciting time. Those were some fun head-to-heads. I like that trash talk. He said revenge already. And so now they're finding a way to see if it'll be real this time or if it'll be a little deja vu. I love what we get to see there. And, you know, also all of them have.
Did I say group stage?
As well. Welcome
I mean
back to the panel.
knockouts.
I'm Rainday.
Like when does the knockout start?
Guys closing out the
Do we
day.
have the schedule on that yet?
Soon. That will
I guess
tell,
not
like
yet.
Rose aptly put in. Actually, it's here now. It's not necessarily the timing of when we'll play these games, but here is what it is.
All right.
Look like Team
So we got Vamos
over
and
Team
Spirit.
You know what? You guys
Oh
can read it
shit!
out. Why don't you focus on the
Vamos
matchups that
is
are
in
most
the
interesting to
same
you?
bracket as Aurora and Onyx,
Vamos Spirit are the only ones
and
that
it's a
isn't really
single
matched, if I'm not
elimination.
mistaken.
Oh
And
man!
The theory of everyone.
Even
that
if Vamos
Vitality
beats
and Aurora
Spirit,
and
this
might
is
just
not
the
gonna be
grand finals
easy,
of this
dude.
MSC, the possibility's still alive.
It really is. It's pretty crazy.
Then
how this
again,
actually
even if
turned
they
out
were
to
on
be
the
so
other
many
side, it
rematches.
would
Like,
not
of
be
course, I'm
easy.
excited to see how Young Gun Galacticos are going to face up against Pro. because
Like
that
all the
was already
remaining
a
teams
banger.
are pretty
I only
strong.
imagine that they're going to push it to the 45 minutes.
So we'll just have to watch and see what happens.
I'm really excited about this.
Oh, I'm
again,
blocking
because
a little
of
bit.
all the
Hold on.
dynamics we've seen throughout this tournament. It is
Yeah.
also.
This is
really
gonna be a
important to
tough
mention
one.
that we do have a Filipino representative. That was going to be the question. You haven't seen a lot of international tournaments, a lot of tournaments at all, without a Filipino representative, and you still won't see one in the knockout stages here without a PH representative.
Only
in the knockout
one
stages 'cause they made it
representative
through.
from
But against a tough
Malaysia
opponent,
and
Team Vitality, who
Philippines.
a lot of people are thinking could be front runners in taking this all.
Yeah, Team FALCONS PH, they're gonna have to really do a lot. I mean, we already saw in their game one of their previous meet.
Pro and Vamos are the
stages,
only
they were
ones that are
taking
just
it
in
to them up
MLBB, while the
until
others
Moreno
have,
got
yeah,
Selena said, no, I'm
they're the
taking
only
over
ones
when
with no
Fit
like
on the
club
down said,
championship.
It's pretty much done for this Fanny, and then the
So stressed, open Shopee, huh? How does that happen?
PH, but I know.
I'm so stressed. I need to buy
we just
something.
get an unforgettable series from that, no matter the result.
I mean, let's not forget that there's also club championships on the line as well, right? So again, this could really not only affect the positionings of the overalls, but more importantly, the further they go, the more points they get. The more points they get, maybe they'll get a fat bonus on top of being champions. So I'm just saying, there's more than meets the eye.
Gentlemen, I mean, $1 million for the winner. Tons of prize money, 100,000 guaranteed at minimum for top 8. Talk to me a little bit about the reset that we're going to go through. A couple of days to practice, to prep, and then get ready for this storm.
So there is going to be a few days of break.
Well, I think knockouts, the first few games we're going to be seeing for every matchup, we're going to start seeing some crazier picks. The theories about the fighters in the mid lane that we haven't seen yet. Nolan coming back up as a priority over the Ling. This draft might just evolve even more. This meta might evolve even more.
I think there's still a lot to be said about this meta currently, because not only is it flexible, but it's also about understanding, hey, that those first 3 picks
Everything
is a
about
setup for something
Subaru is
later
sold
down
out.
the line.
Hey,
to
I
start
guess
hurting
that means
either the
he's
side lanes or
popular,
the
right?
overall composition. So I feel like we're just scratching the surface. Every day we've seen a new element to the meta.
Now we have 2 days that are going to be happening between the next time we play. Obviously, adjustments are going to occur, but for you watching at home, it must have been a blur. This MSC, and we've seen online, we've seen whether it's Reddit or the communities on Facebook or Instagram, talking about how memorable, how unusual this MSC has been. But the beautiful part is it's unusual for MLBB as well to be here in Paris. It's a fresh look. It's a fresh look for a lot of the esports that have transitioned here as it's been hosted in France, which is an exciting time, but it also means it's a new time. It's a time to pay attention, and it's a time to show up big. So everybody who has made MLBB the most watched esport of EWC so far, tune in next week because the action continues. My friends, final words before we take a couple days break and come back for the knockouts.
It has been an
I wonder if they get to stay in Paris for the breaks, or do they actually have to like fly back and then fly again, you know?
More records here. I hope
Because I know for the wild cards they have to fly back and then fly over again.
Fewer viewers can understand.
Surely they let them stay for a few days, right? That's so nice, by the way, to be able to like just hang about, not work for a few days. Because that's what happened with me when I was in China for Genshin, and it was great. Basically the best time of my life.
We love you. Congratulations, representing your teams, rooting for the players that you love. That's the passion we love to see, and we accept it, we appreciate it, and we hope you bring it next week because knockouts are upon us. $1 million on the line and a chance to lift a trophy on the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet. My name's been Rainday, and as always, my friends, never give up, never stop gaming. We'll leave you with the SDC recap and say goodnight from Paris.
And there we go, everyone! Group stage completed! Top 8 teams! Definitely not one most of us would have anticipated. But this is the present that we live in now. And it sure is an interesting one. Good stuff, good stuff. But yeah, I wonder when the knockout stage does continue. Because I don't know when I would need to, you know, when is the next time we're gonna stream and all that. Knockout stage, let's have a look. Okay, so Wikipedia says that it's from July 29th to August 1st. So that is 4 days. 4 days of knockouts that will be starting on a Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, going to be a bit of a break from watch partying, which I definitely am going to need. And when we come back, it's gonna be more intense. I think all the matches are gonna be best of 5 from that point onwards. But yeah, good stuff, everyone. Good stuff. What a MSC group stage it has been. SRG eliminated. Liquid Philippines eliminated. Vamos moves forward to the top 8. Alongside with 2 Indonesian reps, 1 PH rep. Team Spirit, Yangon, and Pro. It's gonna be an interesting one, and it doesn't really look like the meta has fully stabilized yet either, you know? Like normally by the time the group stage ends, we kind of have an idea of what the meta really looks like, but it feels like this time around the teams are having a lot of difficulty really figuring it out. Like what is the best? Maybe there isn't the best, you know? Maybe there actually are a lot of options that these teams can play. And you just gotta experiment, you gotta try things out. But yeah, the tournament continues on a Wednesday. So yeah, that's gonna be something here, everyone. First time seeing 2 teams from mainland Southeast Asia on knockouts. Yeah. One thing's for sure, this is gonna be an unpredictable one. Who knows which team is going to win now? I still have hopes for Vamos, but I don't know. Unless they really prepare themselves during these couple days, I don't know if they really have what it takes yet to be the champions. Yeah, back then it's usually either Cambodia or Myanmar, but now we got both. Especially since, you know, Liquid and SRG are missing, we got a couple of slots to fill in. Right now, it does seem like Aurora Turkey or Vitality have the best chance of being champions, but who knows, anything can happen. But yeah, that's gonna be all for the group stages today, everyone. What now? Should I end the stream? I'm probably just gonna be doing like daily stuff in FF14 for a little while. Cause for some reason my friends are actually just missing. Lol. I guess they're all busy with stuff. But yeah, MSC has been pretty interesting thus far. And I think we really needed to see something like this happen. You know? Like international MLBB tournaments have just been a little bit too standard for too long, you know? Like we really needed to see something different from them. But I guess I will just go ahead and finish off the stream here for today. I'll just do like my boring daily stuff on my own, watch some YouTube on the side. Ended up streaming a little bit longer than I thought I would today, but hey, hope you guys did enjoy. Now, as we all know, the next day of MSC is on Wednesday. I assume it's gonna be around the same time, like 5 PM over here. I I don't know what time Vamos's match is going to be. I'm assuming we're going to have like 2 best of 5s a day. You know, considering it's 4 days. Actually, wait, let's think about it. If it's 4 days, let's assume the first day is 2 quarterfinals, second day is 2 quarterfinals, third day is 2 semifinals. Yeah, it should be 2 best of 5s a day. So I don't know which day Vamos's game is going to be, but considering how long best of 5s are, I probably will only watch like 1. We'll see. Like, I'll discuss with you guys in Discord as usual. Oh yeah, ZZZ 4.0 also happens to drop on Wednesday. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. I don't know what time ZZZ's patch drops. But I know it is on Wednesday. I believe it was 29th, so it's probably the same day. I wonder if I should take a break from streaming on Tuesday. Aren't we still on stream? Oh man, you gaslit me again. Damn it. I was looking at it and thinking like, is that number correct? But I just like passed up on it. You're cultivating a bad habit, Lila. Yes, 3.1 is on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm kind of wondering, should I skip stream on Tuesday? Because logically we might either stream like Wednesday or Thursday. And well, I guess it depends. If Vamos loses in quarterfinals, then I don't really have much of a reason to watch until grand finals. So I guess I could just like, maybe I can do like a simpler stream on Tuesday. Do I want to play MLBB on Tuesday? I guess I can try again. Customs? Guess we'll see. I guess we will see. If your viewers spike up though. Recently, viewer spikes haven't really been happening too much. It's a bit unfortunate, but I guess people are busy with their own things as well. But you guys are still around, so that's why I'm always appreciative. If you say Customs, me and Nut are gonna smurf on that, you guys have tournament experience now. Damn. And you guys know what the meta is. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I will discuss with you guys. I'll let you know in Discord. So if you guys are not in Discord, make sure you guys are in Discord. Besides that, I'm always live on Twitch and YouTube. We will continue watching MSC whenever Vamos's match is happening. You know, it's probably either Wednesday or Thursday. And then I guess I'll find a chance to stream ZZZ as well. New story patch. Definitely gonna try that out. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. Just finish up like my daily stuff. Go to bed. Back to work tomorrow. It's Monday again. Sad. Alright, but yeah. Thank you everyone for dropping by the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed the watch party. Unfortunate for SRG. I'm honestly really curious what the internet is going to be saying. So yeah, thanks everyone. Glad you guys are always here to stick around, listen to me yap and watch stuff and eat chips in front of the camera. And I guess I will see you guys on Tuesday unless something switches up. I'll let you guys know in Discord. Bye bye everyone. Good night. I have no choice. I'm in your walls. You'll get out one day, Lilo, I believe. Alright, good night everyone. I will see you guys on the next stream. Once again, we got Drumstick Claude, Teeny Claude here to finish us off. Good night, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye.